Yo, what's up, everyone? What is up? What is up? What is up? How is everyone doing? How is everyone doing? I hope everyone is doing absolutely fantastic. I hope that you guys are happy or whatever. I don't know. How are you guys doing? It's been so long. Jesus Christ, it's been so fucking long. Since the last time I streamed or the last time I even posted a video. I know it's been too long. I'm sorry, guys. I'll do better. But yeah, how's everyone doing? I hope that everyone is having a fantastic weekend. Yeah, let's just go to the chat and see how everyone is doing. We got Ultra Pro 89 saying hi. What's up? I says lit, and then says hi again. What's up, man? How you doing? Slurpill 12 says hi. I hope that you are doing fantastic. I hope that you are doing fantastic. Let's see. How's everyone doing? Please let me know in the chat. How is everyone doing? I hope that everyone is doing great. I hope that everyone is having a nice weekend again. Let's see. You're looking pretty good. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Slurpill says I'm enjoying Elden Ring. Yeah, I have to get into Elden Ring. I haven't played Elden Ring yet, but I'll for sure get into that very soon. Let me see. Let me see. But yeah, let me know how you guys are doing. Please like the stream if you guys haven't liked the stream already. Let's get this up to 20 likes, or 30 if you guys can. But yeah, guys, today we have a lot to talk about. Actually, there's a few things that I really want to talk to you guys about because it's been a few couple of months. So we'll basically touch bases on everything that has happened during the last 2 months that I haven't been active on the stream or on the channel. So we'll do that. We're going to talk about also the guy that you guys see in the thumbnail, right? You guys probably don't recognize him, but we'll talk about him in just a minute. I just want to see how's everyone doing. We have, I think, like 11 people on the chat right now. Please let me know how you guys are doing. I want to see everybody that's on the chat say hi or whatever you guys want to say. And let's get on it. Oh, look at that. I got the chat in the back, but let me take that out. For some reason is there. All right, cool. Raphael Brown says, I'm just chilling watching Luke Cage and probably might rewatch Turning Red. I heard the movie's pretty good. I heard the movie Turning Red is pretty good, but I might check it out one of these days. Let's see what's up with that. I heard it's pretty good. I did see a little controversy of some people saying that it was woke for some fucking reason, or that it's not appropriate for children in certain things. I don't know, man. People are just going crazy lately, man. People are going crazy. Ice says, I finished Infamous Second Son. It was fun, but it was another bowl of vanilla ice cream. Oh man, yeah. That's what it is, man. It's just a simple game. It's whatever. It's not that bad. Ryan Lee says, welcome back, AP Nerds. Hey man, I appreciate you welcoming me back. I appreciate it, man. Richard Colley, well, as for people who probably are new here and don't know, I'm bad in pronouncing names, so forgive me for that. Says, hey AP, working while listening to your live stream. Awesome. Hey, where do you work at, man? What do you do? What do you do, my guy? But I appreciate you being here. I usually do that when I work. I listen to other people's live streaming that I follow. So that's cool. It's cool that we do the same thing. Aaron says, I hope you feel amazing. Yeah, I'm feeling better. For the last couple of weeks, I haven't been feeling myself. I've been a little bit down mentally, shamefully, but it is what it is, man. You just got to live life and just be happy because life is too short, man. Life is too short just to be sad. And I got myself together and I'm back, and hopefully I can stay longer and I can do what I need to do on YouTube, because that's what I want to do, man. This is what I really want to do. I thought to myself for a long time, is this actually something that I really want to do? I know I'm kind of still a small creator, and it will take time for me to build a community. It will take time for people to be interested in the content that I do, but I have to keep going, and I just I'll get there for sure. Marcel, I'm 2 minutes late. Did I miss anything? No. I'm just saying hi to everyone. and just basically explaining like where I've been basically. But yeah, we'll get started. We will get started with the stream today. Make sure to like the stream, guys. Make sure to share this the link to the stream everywhere, for as many people to see, because the problem here in fucking YouTube is that YouTube doesn't really show the stream to most of the subscribers. So, you know, that's why we don't usually, in not all the streams, we don't have like a high count of people watching at the same time. So let's make sure to like the stream so everyone can join the stream, or as many people as possible. Let's do that. Richard Kale says, all good, bro. A lot of people get my last name wrong. It is what it is. I work retail, stocking shelves, boring stuff, but I'll whatever it takes to get paid to play more Elden Ring. That's awesome, bro. That is awesome. That is awesome. I heard that Elden Ring is amazing. Hopefully we can get into that in the future, man. I struggle with intrusive thoughts and depression and other things. I do good job in covering up. Yeah, sometimes it's not good to cover things up. I kind of understood that in my time off, that it's just not good to cover things up, because it can just build up and you can explode, and it's not healthy mental wise. Don't worry about what people said about turning red. It's just the same thing about The Last of Us Part 2, just a bunch of people making misunderstandings. That's sad. June DeBoon says, hi, AP, what's up, man? I beat Cyberpunk. Yeah, I beat that shit a long time ago. I'm not playing that game for now. Not at all. All right, let's get into the meat and potatoes of this stream, man. Let's get into the meat and potatoes of this stream, because we got to get into it, man. We got to get into the meat and potatoes of the stream. So, let me see. I'm going to take certain things out here. As you guys understand. Wait, what? Ooh, so somebody just subscribed. I appreciate it. Raul Pitt, thank you so much for subscribing, my guy. I really appreciate it. Probably he is in the stream, probably not. but cool. Let me see here. The alert box is on top of here, so I'm just gonna put it here because I'm streaming here. Cool. All right. I often struggle with suicidal thoughts if I fail at school. Man, that's sad. It's really hard, man. It's really hard to go to just not think about certain things, man. It's hard. It really is, but we got to keep fighting, man. There's just no other way. Life is too beautiful. That's something that I had to realize. Life is too beautiful, and it's not worth it just thinking about, you know, not living it. And there are certain things that happen in life that could make you feel down, can make you feel like you're nothing, or it can make you feel like you're just not going anywhere. But you got to keep going through, man, because life eventually is going to reward you for good things, man. That's for sure. All right, let's get into the stream. Let's get into the stream. Basically, what you guys are seeing in the screen right now, now that you have it here, we have Quantum TV, my guy. Quantum TV. If you guys don't know, he's a TV reviewer on YouTube that I've actually watched a bit of his content back in the day. Back in the day, I used to watch a little bit of his content. Not every single time. You know, when I was like very into like trying to see what OLED TV I wanted to buy, his content popped up. And there were certain things that I felt like he was just either trolling or he was like spreading a little bit of misinformation, because everyone else was saying something, and then he was saying something completely different about certain OLED TVs. And I was just thinking to myself, man, this is just extremely weird, because we have professionals here that have, you know, the TV and are saying good things about this, you know, the good and the bad things about it. But then this guy would just trash on like certain TVs, like for example, the LG OLED TV or stuff like that. And it would just be like extremely weird to see him do that, being the only one who was trying to go against the curve. Now, this is what people have to realize. When people go against the curve, it's not always the truth. You know, it's not always, you know, what that is. Just because a lot of people, you know, how can I explain it? It's like in life, when you follow everyone else, you're going to have the same results, right? But in this case, when you have professionals telling you one thing, and then you have some asshole that really doesn't even know what he's talking about, saying something completely different, thinking that because he has a completely different opinion, that means he's already smart, that means he's exposing these people, but actually not giving enough facts to prove his point, that's where you're like, yeah, you're just trying to spread misinformation. And that's basically what's happening with this guy. This guy is a guy that is known for spreading misinformation. And when I bought my LG OLED TV and I determined to myself the things I was putting on test, you know, what he was saying that was bad with the TV, that is not, you know, it's not actually accurate to what he was saying. And I can just understand that he was just looking, you know, to go against the crowd. He kind of reminds me of like these anti-SJWs who try to spread misinformation to create outrage about certain things. That's what he reminds me of, and it's really sad to see that that's the case. But this is the thing, guys. One of the things that really pisses me off about this guy is what he has done lately. So we're going to react to certain videos that he himself has made, right? And the reason why he's getting so much hate on the internet right now is because he tried to copyright strike this channel right here, Mischief, right? And if we go into Mischief's channel, I think before he had like 3,000 subscribers or 4,000 subscribers, but because of all this, craziness, people have come to his support, and has helped him. And the reason why he has had a lot of support is because a lot of YouTubers like Review Tech USA, because of Fritanga, because of Tipster, I think that's his name, they have come into his defense to, defend this guy, because the other guy, Quantum TV, was trying to copyright strike him because apparently because of course Mischief made a video critiquing his Elden Ring review, Quantum TV's review of Elden Ring, which was absolutely horrible, and he just critiqued it. He used content from Quantum's TV channel, and he used it in fair use. It's not like he just grabbed his video and just posted on the internet like it's his own video. No, he grabbed the video, he edited the video, and then after that, boom, he has his own video, Mischief, critiquing Quantum TV's Elden review. And in the copyright, system, in the law, for copyright, you cannot give somebody a copyright strike if they're using if somebody else is using somebody's video and is commentating over it or critiquing it or making it transformative. And we can actually see that here in the fair use policies of YouTube. For example, courts typically focus on whether the use of copyright protected material is transformative. And when you grab somebody else's video or whatever, and you use that content to critique that, video or whatever that person was saying in that video, that is right there transformative, because the majority of the content is going to be me responding to his video. That is basically it. Every single thing, I would say almost every single video here on YouTube uses certain copyright footage, or would use the content of somebody else to, let's say, react in a good or bad way. And that's basically like 90% of YouTube. So if this guy is basically saying that what Mischief does, which is like what 90% of YouTubers do, basically he's saying that 90% of YouTube should just go to hell, because that's apparently bad and that's apparently illegal. And he just doesn't know really what he's talking about. So what we're going to do is we're going to react to certain videos that Mischief has done, that Review Tech USA has done, and basically exposing this guy. And also, if you guys don't realize, there's a lot of things here that he has done as well, which is basically being an extreme bigot and homophobic when it comes to The Last of Us Part 2, because when The Last of Us Part 2 was announced, well, not announced, but like it was shown like a full-blown trailer in 2018, he went on a rampage on Twitter talking about how gay people should die and how gay people are, inhumane and all those bad things. Like, he was basically saying that if you're gay, you deserve to die because it's not holy or whatever. Like, he's an extreme Christian, and it's not that being a Christian is bad. It's just that he is wishing death and harm to people who don't share his lifestyle, and that is what is extremely sad. So that's what we're going to see today. We're going to react to one of those videos, and while we react to the videos, you guys can comment, just put in the live chat what you guys think. If you want me to say something, I'll respond to your chat and we'll go from there. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to react first to, I would say, let's react to this video first, and then we go to Review Tech USA's video. So let's go to Mischief's video and react to it in just a bit. So just give me 1 second and we'll go from there. All right. 1 second. I'm going to put my headphones on. You know what? I'm going to actually put this on, because I don't want to mess up my hair. All right. Let's get into it, my guys. Let's get into reacting to what has happened to this fellow YouTuber. Let me know if you
download videos.
All right. Let me know if you guys hear it, all right? 1, 2, 3.
A lot of you are probably wondering what the hell happened. Well, a channel with 64,000 subscribers decided to harass me with threats of a copyright strike against my channel because I called out their Elden Ring review, in which they consistently got things factually incorrect. There's something interesting when it comes to calling out pieces of shits on the internet, like those who consistently spread false information within, and I quote, no bullshit reviews, which...
And just for those who are new coming into the stream right now, we're reacting to the video of Mischief, who was the one who was threatened with a copyright strike because he used Quantum TV's Elden Ring video as a form of critique, and apparently Quantum TV said that that is not good, that you can't do that, that's illegal, which we all know that every YouTuber most YouTubers in general use this content as fair use. So let's go for it, all right?
Just so no bullshit, to the point that after I called a certain one of these channels out, aka Quantum TV.
Oh, and remember to subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't, and like the stream if you guys haven't.
They deleted said review because I was blatantly correct, and then proceeded to threaten me with an illegal copyright takedown of...
Let's read that right there. Let's read that right there. He says, "You literally stole my footage with an illegal downloader. Take this video down and remake it with all the stolen footage." You can't steal footage, my guy. It's not even... this is the thing. How can you steal footage? You're just recording the footage and responding to that video. It's not like he just grabbed the video and just put it up on the internet and that's it. No, he put his own thoughts on your fucking video. That's the problem. You're not understanding that probably 80% of the video that he made was literally his own responding to yours, which was probably like 20%. And that right there, my guy, is fair use. Plus, it's not like he just makes the video play completely. He grabs the video, he puts, let's say, a snippet to create context of what he is saying and critiquing about your takes. It's not like he's just putting all of your 10-minute video together without doing anything. No, he grabs probably a minute or 30 seconds of that video and then debunks whatever bullshit you just said in that video. That's basically it.
My video calling them out for their bullshit. But before we get into me responding to...
I didn't read it. Sorry. I did not read it. So, I own the sole copyright of Quantum TV brand and all of this imagery assets. Failure to remove this content will result in a takedown. I've already formally filed against you, but don't want to copyright strike you. I want my assets removed, so I'm giving you a heads up. I don't mind criticism, just don't go stealing my videos from my channel. That isn't going to fly. It's a violation of YouTube terms and service to use a third-party software to acquire someone's video, and you're risking your channel with stunts like this. Only warning, man. This is literally the only guy that has done this. The only fucking guy on YouTube that I've seen that has done this. And this pisses me off, dude, because there's people like this that think because he has almost 70,000 subscribers that he can come to somebody who is fairly, of course, smaller than him, and he can just bully him to basically not have his video there because he's so butthurt that his video was getting completely ratioed, and on top of that was being literally ridiculed by this guy that had so many good points. And we probably will watch that video, but you guys will see he literally destroyed Quantum TV on his Elden Ring review, because it's not about just destroying the person. He literally destroyed him by just literally giving him straight facts about what the game really is, right? That is what's sad, and that's what really shows that Quantum TV, in most cases, and in most of his videos, and most of his channel, is just pushing misinformation. We can actually determine that, and I actually reached out to Mischief to see what he thought about the situation, how he was feeling, and he actually sent me proof of all the things that Quantum TV basically did to, you know, cover his ass. He lied about certain things, about his account being hacked when he was exposed of being a bigot and being a homophobe when we came to The Last of Us Part 2. And it's insane. We're going to literally check that out in just a bit, but let's continue with the video.
Right, take down on my video calling them out for their bullshit. But before we get into me responding to the guy's degenerate arguments about how my video was quote-unquote not fair use, I want to clear up one or two things regarding why I myself took down the video initially. First of all, at the time I simply said to myself, fuck this, I'll deal with it later, and so took it down. What you're seeing now is me dealing with it later, and I will be in fact re-uploading it around 2 hours after this video. And if he takes any action against the video, you can bet your ass it's going to to more than likely haunt his channel forever. There is one thing no community on YouTube tolerates, and it's a copyright abuser. With all of that out of the way,
that is true.
To respond in the
100%
bullshit reasoning behind threatening me. Although I'm not quite sure how he plans on starting an overseas copyright lawsuit with a minor, since he is, from what I can tell, residing in the US, and I'm from the UK. Plus, considering the amount of views this guy pulls in, something's telling me he doesn't exactly have the facilities for it, even though he himself is more than happy to poor shame people in now deleted replies to my community post. You literally stole my video footage with an illegal video downloader. Take all content, will just want my assets. Channel. This isn't going to fly. It's a violation of YouTube's terms of service to use third-party software to acquire someone's videos, and you're risking
bullshit
stunts like this. Only warning, man. Signed, Q. That was his original threat to me, and well,
now that was the original threat, right? And the good thing, and this is the thing, this is the funniest part about this. In his own video, in Quantum TV's own video, that he's trying to explain when he did this, he was basically saying, I was trying to cooperate with him. I told him that we can cooperate on this and stuff like that. I just don't want my video stolen. Is that literally what it is to cooperate, to literally threaten somebody to take a video down? Like, are you fucking serious? Like, this guy, the problem is, you could lie, but lie in a good way. And this guy is a horrible liar because he doesn't know how to, cover his tracks. He doesn't know how, bro. Oh my God. I mean, I watched certain live streams of other YouTubers talking about this guy, and I just got super frustrated the more I watched because this guy is an absolute asshole. And the things that he has done and said in the past and lying about, him doing or saying certain things is what makes him just a bad human being. In this case, I have no issues because there's just too much proof to prove that this guy is an absolute asshole, not just a bad person, but he's a bad liar. He is a person that just doesn't understand. It feels like he either doesn't want to understand or he's just extremely dumb, like extremely dumb at this point, because it's just horrible, man. It's horrible to see a person like this act on YouTube, and you don't really see this much, right? Before, you probably used to see, certain people getting criticized and then getting butthurt and trying to copyright strike somebody. That doesn't really happen that much anymore. But this guy is literally doing what is like literally the #1 sin on YouTube. Do not copyright strike other content creators just because you're butthurt that person literally owned your ass on an opinion. Fuck, dude. Jesus, man.
Oh goddamn, is it fucking brain dead. Not only is it not against YouTube TOS to download videos, in fact they have a download button directly built into the YouTube site itself, but also directly support downloading videos via Google developer tools that absolutely anyone can access, which is again how third-party software can download videos. They quite literally use Google developer tools. But guys, I'm so sure that Quantum TV genuinely cares for YouTube's terms of service and would never break them. He certainly wouldn't actively attack people for their appearance on multiple occasions, fat shaming them, something that would directly break TOS. And don't worry guys, this totally morally acceptable human being would never tell all fans of a video game to kill themselves. Oh wait, he did all of those things. Unfortunately, I won't be able to show you that clip, although you can find it in the link below over on...
So basically what Quantum TV said in one of his videos was that if nobody really agrees with his opinion, and fans of Elden Ring or anybody else would just come to him and say, hey man, I don't like what you're saying, you can just kill yourself. And then he tried to mask it in another video saying, I'm trying. So what I really meant was that because in Elden Ring you died too much. I was trying to say go and kill yourself in the game. And I'm like, dude, you could have said that, and 100% that's not what you meant. 100% that's not what you meant. Prodigal says, did anyone else watch the Uncharted movie? I absolutely loved it. I have to watch it, dude. I haven't watched it. I'm sorry. That's why I haven't done a review on it. And I haven't done a review on Horizon Forbidden West because I haven't finished it. I have to finish those games, and I'll probably make a video of them for sure. Raphael, he's one of those people who thinks they're always right and gets upset if people disagree with him. It's not just that people disagree with him. The whole community, bro. The whole community. We're talking about YouTube community. It doesn't matter if it's even the anti-SJWs or the SJWs, anyone that has already seen about this, bro, all of them hate this guy because of what he did. He's another Michael Does Life. No, Michael Does Life is just a troll. And we all know he's just a troll at the end of the day. That's all he is, man. But this guy is literally being serious. This guy thinks that he's being 100%, you know, factual on what he's saying, and he's not. And that's the sad part.
Oh no, it's Alex's Twitter, and you can find it on his part 2 Elden Ring review at the timestamp 4:55. Along with all of this, there's something even more fucking downright hilarious. He pulled a goddamn TLOU2 when claiming he owns the likeness to his face. That isn't possible in under UK or US copyright law. Just imagine if Ryan Reynolds could sue everyone who posted a photo or video of him on the internet. That would be absolutely ludicrous. Also, even if I did download videos,
honestly, I never heard of this guy. I feel like I've lived under a rock. Nah, dude, like, don't worry about it, man. Like, this, I didn't know about this guy. The only reason I know about this guy is because I was looking for OLED TVs. That's it. And he just popped up. And then I right away understood that he was just spreading misinformation. Like, the way he makes his content, it makes you feel like, dude, this guy is just not highly intelligent. The way he speaks makes you feel like, fuck, why did I waste my time? I stopped watching his content so long ago. Like, I bought my TV almost 2 years ago. I watched probably a few videos of him, and I'm like, nah, fuck this, man. I'm not watching his videos. This is dumb. I can't do it. It's literally that bad.
via a third-party tool, the entire argument that that's against TOS and that's against the law, therefore disregarding fair use in my case, which it wouldn't do in the first place, since fair use is not affected by how you got the content you're criticizing. But let's say his logic's somewhat sound, which I want to emphasize it fucking isn't. It would mean that 2 entire YouTube genres, actually no, 4 entire YouTube genres would be illegal under this guy's logic. Those being gaming, tea channels, commentary channels, and movie review channels, which funny enough this guy talked about the Batman movie recently in a video dedicated to it where he features copyrighted images. It's amazing how he's allowed to use fair use, but everyone else who just so happens to criticize him and has a smaller subscriber base than him somehow can't use fair use, along with anyone who talks about a 5th subject, TV series / things like anime, which we'll get into a case study about later on in the video. I mean, god,
that is funny because, like, I've made videos about video games. I've made videos about movies. You guys seen some of the videos that I've done on Spider-Man. I've reacted to the Spider-Man trailers where it was like fucking successful. It was an amazing stream. And did I get copyright striked? Nope. Not at all. Not at all. Did Sony come and say, "Hey, I'm going to copyright strike your ass"? Did they do that? Nah, they didn't, man. Why? Because they're not supposed to, man. You're using it in fair use. You're using their content, and it's not just upload. It's not like you're grabbing their content and just re-uploading it like it's yours. That's the thing. That's the fucking thing. Sendu Q, what's up, man? How you doing, man? How are you doing? Hope you are doing fantastic, my guy. All right, let's continue.
damn, this guy is actively calling me out for quote-unquote breaking copyright law whilst encouraging me to do something.
All right, let's read this. Screenshots commentary is fair use. However, asking for clarification would have been better than dramatic attack on my brand. When you die, you lose everything you had from the perspective, which were runes. Runes are everything in Elden Ring, and if you respawn near enemies, you get killed again and lose them permanently. Dude, oh my god, fuck. This guy just makes me want to fucking die, bro. This guy is literally, you know, he's bitching about runes when you die, you can just go back to the location where you die and literally grab the runes. Bro, I haven't even played the game already. I already know that. So how the fuck doesn't he know?
Make screenshot commentary, which would actually be less likely to be considered fair dealing, or as it's more well known as fair use in the UK, according to the goddamn government website. If you think this dumb fuck has done any research, you can bet your ass he hasn't. But hey, I'm sure if we watch his response video to this entire situation, he'll be able to convince us that he was in fact in the right, and I'm in the wrong. Oh wait, he'd strike the video if I provided any quotations for his video, something that the UK government website directly states contributes to fair dealing. However, since we can't quote him or show any of his points, therefore not being able to show his side of the argument to the fullest extent possible, again, why the hell would you want that, Quantum? Either way, I'm going to still try to cover the main points he made within his response video. First of all, the entire video of his single-handedly relies on an unqualified and non-reputable source for copyright law information. Not only is this source not from the UK government's website, but it is also from a random college in Boston, although I won't be showing you what college it is, because it would more than likely end up doxing this dumbass, who plastered an image of the PowerPoint presentation slide on his YouTube channel from this college's website. To put it simply, even if this college had decent information on copyright law, which it does not, since it doesn't have more than one PowerPoint slide and a small introduction, it would also not be applicable in court here, because guess what? I reside in the United Kingdom, dumbass. US copyright law is not directly applicable to this case. You would be suing me based on UK copyright law. Again, this also means the supposed attorney you have will not have a reasonable understanding of copyright law here. But you know, according to Quantum TV, a random what looks to be rundown college is more reputable than the actual government website for the UK. His second major point is that I used too much of his video in comparison to my own footage and criticism. That isn't true, because not only is the video length not an actual factor of fair dealing, his video also merely accounted for 32.9% of the total video when it was originally uploaded. I also didn't use his entire video like he claims. I cut out.
That's the thing. You don't need to use the whole video, man. Like, you can just grab literally the important parts of the video that shows what you did, and that's it. That's all you need to do, man. And this guy is literally saying that he used this whole video, man. I watched the video, and it's like, it's insane how somebody can come to the conclusion that the whole video was Quantum TV's video. That's fucking insane, dude. Fucking insane. Good, I did a video on this cat. Cool, man. Cool. AP nerds, my fuck this world. I wish I could just fly away. Nah, man. And in this case, I'm okay with that. Wait, who subscribed, my guy? Who's TLOU2 subscribed? Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate you, my guy. I really appreciate you, guy. Hey, if you can, man, send me the link to your video on the guy if you can. I'll watch it. I'll watch it, my guy. Let me see. All right, let's finish the video.
Out about 10 seconds of him repeating himself and sped up multiple parts of it, therefore doing something called transforming the video, aka doing something that is a real factor of fair dealing here in the UK and the US. So once again, an entire point of his, in this case regarding length, is not applicable and not a real factor of fair dealing in the first place. Just go on the uk.gov website and you'll see that. If you guys do want actual case study to back up what I'm saying alongside the literal official government website, then go search up the legal battle Ethan Klein went through. He used some
bearded Mike Wazowski, you didn't file your paperwork last night. Oh man, I love that movie.
Someone's full video in his response, and it ended up being ruled as fair use by a judge in court. Even Clyde resides in the US as well, which means that even if I were residing in the US, my video would still fall under fair use, even with this factor taken into account, due to me heavily transforming.
I'm just worried that this guy might hunt for people who likes both Elden Ring and The Last of Us Part 2. Man, don't be surprised that this guy is just a nut job. Apparently he's married, which surprises the fuck out of me. Like, this is not a guy who is like this is not a behavior for a guy that is married. Like, fuck, dude. What's going on? So basically, there's this one YouTuber who tried to copyright strike this YouTuber here called Mischief, right? Quantum TV. This is the guy right here. Quantum TV tried to copyright strike and threaten him because Mischief here made a video about Quantum TV's Elden Ring reboot, which was absolutely trash. And he just literally criticized it. He didn't insult him. He just criticized it. And Quantum TV got so butthurt that apparently he can't, well, not apparently, like he actually did go to Mischief's channel and said, hey, I am going to copyright strike your channel because you're using my footage. It's stolen footage, man. You cannot steal my property. Apparently, you cannot react to anybody's video because that's apparently stealing their video. This guy is saying that Mischief did not act in fair use when he actually did. I watched the video, and more than 70% of the video was literally him talking and criticizing his points. And the thing is that you can use somebody else's video to prove a point. Not show the whole video, of course, and just upload it. No. Just grab the video, cut it into little pieces, and show it in context so people can understand. But people like Quantum TV don't understand. So that's basically the problem. Somebody tried to abuse the copyright system. Content TV is just the same as Ryan Kendall, Geeks and Gamers, etc., who is just milking clickbait videos only for a quick cash grab. Unbelievable from YouTuber responsible. Yeah, it's too many channels, too many videos are coming out like that. That is just clickbaiting. That is just making people like feel like things are happening, but it's not really true. Like if you really think about it, like if you just do a little bit of investigation, you'll realize that whatever they're saying is not entirely true. Yes, they can have a little bit of truth in it, but they exaggerate it, or they just make it seem like it is a big, huge problem when it's not. That's the problem. I hate these type of people, man, because I know they're just doing it for the money, or either for their political agendas. And that's the problem, man. Well, that's not the problem. I don't care for politics, but it's just dumb that even in video games we're having these issues. His wife might leave him. Nah, I don't think so, man. If somebody marries this guy, then they're as crazy as him. Just saying.
Quantum's video via criticism, a legitimate factor of fair use. On top of all this, he claims that I need to have done all the factors of fair use in order for it to qualify as not being copyright infringement. That unsurprisingly isn't true. You can have just one factor of fair use and have a judge reiterate its fair use.
100%.
I can once again provide yet another example here in regards to case study. A YouTuber by the name of Mark Fitzpatrick was hit with 150
Oh man, I remember
claims
this.
over his videos discussing animes. Those videos were not blocked in the US as they fell under US law's definition of fair use, the country of which you're using its laws, although wrongly to prove your points. All Mark did was talk over footage of animes, noticing something here that coincides with what I'm saying. His videos, from what I have read, did not feature quotations of those animes, like my video did in the form of clips of your Elden Ring review. He just talked over someone else's copyrighted material. I think it's safe to say in this case, my video would be more likely to be considered fair dealing, due to the very simple fact that I've edited your video in order to cut it up, speed it up, criticize it afterwards, and so on. Therefore transforming it and afterwards criticizing it, making the video directly fair dealing here in the UK, and it would also be classified as fair use in America. Whoever your attorney is, they should probably be fired. However, in all honesty, if your attorney is telling you you're in the right, I have to believe you either don't have an attorney, or you're lying to them about what is actually happening. Now,
yeah, no fucking attorney will tell you that what Quantum TV is saying is true. There's no way in hell. Because the laws are right there, dude. You can literally look it up. Literally look it up. The rule is that you can show a clip every 10 seconds in order to keep guidelines fair. If it's like a good minute or another video, then that's another story. Well, no, actually, you can still show like a minute. Let's say let's say for movies, right? Yeah, like show like a 10-second clip, because that's to avoid any issues with them. I actually had to go through with that when I was doing the Spider-Man reviews. But when you're doing videos on YouTube, that isn't in like the videos that you make aren't completely copyright restricted. Like you can use a minute or two of the video completely without editing it if it's to make a point. It's just your whole video has to just be a little bit more, has to be more than that video. You have to commentate over that video, right? So it's a little bit different here on YouTube when it comes to properties like movies. Video games usually don't have that, but movies, music, and stuff like that, you have to put little snippets, so it falls under fair use. But with other content like video games and videos here on YouTube, that's completely different, man. You can literally watch 2 minutes of the video, and if you're commentating over it and the majority of the video is commentating over that video, it falls under fair use. And Content TV just doesn't want to understand that, because he knows that he's the only reason why he's making this whole drama is because he's just butthurt that Mischief came and literally destroyed him when responding to the Elden Ring review. And he's blaming that apparently this is how the Elden Ring community is, when in reality that's just not the case, man. People are just mad that you're abusing the copyright system. That's all people are mad about, man. That's all. And he just doesn't understand that, man. He doesn't understand that. Aaron says, I wonder what Quantum TV is going to say when the Last of Us show comes out. Oh, man. I don't know, but we're going into that right now. We're going into that. The game footage doesn't go with the topic of his video at all. True. People who support these clickbait hypocrites YouTubers, like I said before, I'll just admit it, they support him because they have same opinions of those YouTubers and not something else. That's the thing. The thing is that people want to feel validated. So if they find certain people that agree with their opinion, then that's what they go for. Now, remember this, YouTubers, what they do in most cases is that they create a personality or a narrative that goes with what their audience wants to hear. Now, for example, let's say I like The Last of Us because I love The Last of Us. You can see it right here. I love that. The Last of Us is my favorite property in video games, right? Let's say The Last of Us HBO show is absolute trash. Right? Let's say knowing my audience would be like, dude, I want you to talk good about it. If I say, let's say, I hated it, people are going to attack me. It is just what it is. But I'm going to be honest, right? I'm not going to cater to my community. I'm going to be honest. And if you want to follow me, you follow me. But I'm going to be honest with you guys about anything. Because I feel like that's just the best. That's what YouTube is about. Being honest and being yourself. And I don't believe there's that some of these clickbait YouTubers have the good faith and heart to give you the true information, because they just know they can just spread a little bit of misinformation to support their own political agendas, to make their community happy, and they'll just get big bucks. Probably that's what I gotta do to make big bucks, but honestly, I want to be a little bit more honorable instead of that. I don't want to get dirty money. For me, that's dirty money, and I just wouldn't feel good because I'm lying to you guys. I'm lying to you guys if I do what they do. I wouldn't feel good about that. There's a good chance of a video being blocked if you show their content. I tried to react to a series of funny shorts and I kept getting blocked. Thankfully not straight. Yeah, because if the material is coming from a studio that has copyright stuff in it, and you're showing even little snippets of it, it could potentially be a copyright strike, or it can be just a copyright claim. Shamefully, that's what it is, man. I'm sorry about that. But that's why I mostly stick to video games. And when it comes to movie reviews, then what I do is just I put little snippets, little clips in, and try to put something else, because it is what it is, man. To be honest, these YouTubers nowadays are just here for clicks and trying to make everything they say as a fact. And the problem is that there's a lot of people that believe what they say. They don't do a lot of research. That's a problem. When do you think Uncharted 4 will drop on PC, and when The Last of Us remake will be announced? I don't know about Uncharted 4, hopefully very soon, and about The Last of Us remake will be announced probably later this year, hopefully. What do you think about The Last of Us 2 review bombed and the hate? For me, it just doesn't make sense, non-logic, just basically copy and paste from others. That's the thing, man. I've said it so many times in other videos that I've talked about The Last of Us, and shamefully that's the case, man. There's a lot of people that just do a lot of copy and paste opinions about other people. They say, hey, so I hate this game because it's woke SJW trash, and I'm like, okay, can you fucking just tell me how it's SJW woke trash? I just want to know. That's all I want to know. Please tell me, how is this SJW woke trash? Because if you can convince me, then I'll be like, okay, I understand you. But I haven't had anyone actually sit down and tell me how this is SJW woke trash. All they say, oh, because they're trying to do LGBT representation. I'm like, why is that a problem? You know that woke, like the actual name woke, right? Let's search that up. What is look, woke meaning, right? Let's see what woke really means, right? This is what woke really means. Woke is this: to be aware of or actively attentive to important facts and issues, especially issues of racial and social justice. Now, this is where we're going to be a little bit more into this. Woke is to be aware of what's happening in the world, right? Did The Last of Us have that many woke moments? Probably I can name two. And the number one moment is just, it's very, very subtle. It's about Lev and how, you know, her community were trying to kill Lev because he was trying to, you know, be himself, and he is a trans man, right? So, or trans boy, because he's a boy, right? So, you know, became from a woman to a boy, right? And they wanted to kill them for that because of their beliefs, right? Literally, it was just a little snippet, right? And then the other part, I don't know, the bigot sandwich? Is that a woke? No, I'll just say one moment. Literally one moment in that whole game was probably a little bit woke. And is being woke bad? No, because you're being aware of certain situations, right? You're trying to say these are certain issues that are happening in the world, that happen in society, and we just, you know, show it to you. But they did it in a subtle way where it didn't feel like they're just shoving it on your face and that's it. No, it just felt very natural, very smooth to the story. That's all, right? Now, if you really think about it, the quartering, Geeks and Gamers, Ryan Kennel, all these other people, they're being woke too. Did you know that? Did you know that they're being woke? Because the definition of woke is to be aware and of or actively attentive to important facts and issues, especially issues with racial and social justice. They're being woke because they are being aware of, you know, how certain people, let's say, are attacking white people, for example. When they talk about, you know, defending white people, they're being woke to their race. They're being woke to their community and to their beliefs. So is being woke bad? No. The only thing is that they're using woke, you know, the name woke, to do it in a derogatory way towards people who are people of color, people from the LGBT community, and mostly, in most cases, women. They have a problem with that. They don't like that their media is just being a little bit more diverse. They wanted to keep it the same way it was forever. You know, just white people in their videos. Sorry, in their movies, in their shows. Because the moment they see a black person, they're literally like, no, this is woke, this is bad, and whatever. They associate the name or the word woke with something bad. And that is the problem that I have. Being woke is not a bad thing. If you're too woke and you only focus on being woke, then that can be bad, of course, because then you're not focusing on other important parts of a story, which is to make a good story, to make good characters, to make good, to give a good world building and stuff like that. If you only focus about being woke, then that's a problem. But if you focus on every single element, then I think that's a good thing. But these people don't see it that way because I feel like either they don't want to see it that way or they just literally have that inner bigotry that they won't admit. They won't admit, but they want to have that. Now, bigotry, of course, because there's certain people that also have a misconception of what bigotry is, right? Bigotry doesn't mean that you hate LGBT people or black people or Asian people or Hispanic people or whatever. No, it doesn't. It's not like to that. This is what bigotry means. Intolerant devotion to one's own opinion and prejudices. The state of mind of a bigot, right? So basically a bigot is a person that just cannot open their mind just for a little bit and just understand that there's other points of views, that they're super intolerant to other people's points of views and they just care about their own. So it's, for example, like let's say there's this religious guy that only believes, you know, in the Bible and in God, and he doesn't want to listen to anybody else. He just thinks that he is right. That is a bigot, right? So if you see somebody that has a different lifestyle, if let's say people who even are gay or are Latino or whatever, and they don't, let's say, want to understand, you know, let's say the religious side, they're being bigots because they only think with their own minds. They're intolerant to other people's opinions. That is being a bigot. So anyone in this world can be a bigot. And yeah, that's basically what is happening. And it's a shame for reality that this is what we have to deal with. And it is what it is, man. Gavin Rogers, feel like the only reason The Last of Us is hated is because of Abby. It is because of Abby. Abby is one of the biggest reasons that The Last of Us 2 is hated, and people just didn't want Joel to die the way he wanted that he died. And I hate when people just don't want to admit that. Just say it, dude. I hated the game because Joel died and the way he died and because Abby killed him and then they made us play as Abby. That's literally a reason why I hate the game. Just say that. It's not bad to say it. Just say it. Now, does that make the whole game bad? No. It's just that you just couldn't emotionally get invested into it. I know it's hard to get invested to it, but it is what it is. And people think GTA 6 will be woke if you play as a female. Dude, if that happens, man, I'm just gonna... Raphael Brown says, I honestly feel like I was the only one who loves Abby character. Nah, man, there's a lot of people that love the Abby character, and let me show that to you because... Let me see. I'm going to show it to you guys. If we come to my channel, and we go all the way down here, we see that there's almost 18,000 people that saw the video, let's say, of why is Abby loved. And I could say that a good chunk of people did really like the video. So a lot of certain people really did like Abby. You know, I wouldn't say no. And now I got the dislike button back because there's a little extension that you can go on Google Chrome and actually add the button back. So not a lot of people really disliked the video. So that really shows that the video didn't really trigger the community. There's a lot of people that really do agree with that. And also when I made this video, The Last of Us 2, 1 and 2 changed my life, 16,000 likes and I talked good about Abby. So yeah, I feel like a good chunk of the community that has played the game and that likes the game, I do think they do like Abby, because I feel like for them, Abby did click for them, and at least that's good for them. Um, all right, we're done with this video, and we're going to watch Review Text USA's video about this man. All right. This is where the fun begins. This is where we're going to start exposing this guy for what he has done, and then we're going to get into his bigotry comments about The Last of Us Part 2. Before we get into that, let me see the comments. I was like, what's wrong with people that has transgenders? Like, sure, it might be kind of awkward, but like, it's their life. That's just my opinion. Yeah, let them live their lives, man. I know it's something that is kind of, new, where society is getting used to that, but I just let people live their lives, man. If you're a transgender, if you're gay, if you are whatever, I'll let you live your life, man. And if you're a good person, then we might be friends. Like, what is the problem, man? I don't understand why we have to always make other people's lives so horrible. It's just dumb, dude. I think the actual issue in Left's story is forced tradition. Quick reminder, the other Seraphites try to force him into marriage, which for me is a serious sin. Yeah, and there's certain cultures that do that. There are certain cultures that, that tell you, hey, you have to marry this person. Doesn't matter what you think, you just gotta do it. And it's sad. People didn't realize that Bill was gay in The Last of Us 1. Yeah, because it was extremely subtle. The problem is that now you have Ellie and Dina kissing, and they're like, oh my god, it's gay, and stuff like that. There's a lot of people that really didn't pick up on The Last of Us 1 because people don't really explore the world. There's people that really don't pay attention to certain things that Naughty Dog does in their video games. Like, Naughty Dog usually goes with environmental storytelling and subtle storytelling, and it's only people that probably replay the game or focus a little bit into what the game is it's telling you, then they'll understand, oh shit. Like, they'll find it took me a few replays to really grasp certain things that The Last of Us 1 was showing. I didn't know Bill was gay until a few years ago. Yeah, like, for real. I really didn't know. I absolutely loved Abby, not as much as Jesse, but still, yeah, I liked Abby. I liked both of them. What is the thing that you get to dislike button? I just literally go on Google Chrome and write dislike YouTube dislike button extension and download that, and you'll have it active. My family is homophobic, dude. I wouldn't be surprised if like the majority of our families are, because it's just that's the generation that they're in, that they've grown up in. I respect gay people. I respect people from the LGBT community. I respect people that just want to live their lives and stuff. But I wasn't. For me, I wasn't raised in that type of mentality. I was mostly a conservative growing up. Now, that's not a bad thing, I think. But I was also grown up to and shown that whatever people do with their lives, respect them, and if they're good people, you can befriend them, you can become friends with them, and that's what I still have in my mind. It doesn't matter what you do, man. If you like basketball and I like soccer, that doesn't mean because we don't share certain lifestyles or certain views on life, that doesn't mean that we can't be friends and that we can't respect each other. And that's the problem that I have with society, that people are like, okay, well, you're gay, I'm not gonna like you. I hate you because that's disgusting or whatever, or I don't share my lifestyle with that. So what I'm going to do is gonna make your life miserable and not give you the fucking basic human rights that you deserve. That's a problem for me. That is a fucking problem for me. Let people live their lives. Let people get married. Let people have basic human rights. I don't want people to fear for their lives because they feel like they're going to get killed, or they're going to be ridiculized, or they're going to be outcast from society. It is really sad to see. And I just wish people can just live their lives, man, and just be who they are. Abby is not transgender. That anyone knows of. Yeah, she's not. It's funny how people really thought she was. That was just an assumption, right? There are female bodybuilders that look like that. Yes, there's a lot. I have a gym like 2 minutes away from me, and I go there like around 2 or 3 times a week. And there's women who are, there's women that are bigger, not than me, but than men that go there and are extremely like buff and fit. There's like this one woman that goes at night. She is so fucking big, bro. Like, it's fucking insane. Like, she's 100. Like, even my wife saw that and she's like, yeah, she's bigger than Abby. Like, there's no way in hell she's not bigger than Abby. Like, she's fucking insane. And one time I asked her, like, how did you get like this? And she's like, a lot of protein. I go around 4 to 5 times a day, and I just have to pick up more weights. And I do specific type of training to get like this. No steroids, no nothing, just pure protein, pre-workouts, and just eating as clean as possible. Bruh, like, it's fucking insane. And like, there's people saying that the only way for women to get this buff and big is with steroids. Like, that's how you know that these people are just absolute stupid. Like, they're just dumb as fuck. Women can get that big. They can if they want to. It just takes time. Yes, their body masses are smaller than men in the grand majority, but women can get like that if they dedicate themselves. If they research what they have to eat, if they research how they have to work out, they can get like that. But I mean, hey man, you can't convince the whole world, man. Everybody is always going to have they're always going to think that they know more than you, but it is what it is. Like, how dare YouTube demonetize people that do informative content and useful, while clickbait YouTubers like those YouTubers I mentioned again is still aged like milk. Like, what a joke from YouTube. That's a problem that I have with YouTube as well. The thing is that with YouTube, they know that these type of clickbait YouTube channels generate a lot of attention, generate a lot of conversation, even though it's misinformation, generate a lot of movement, generate a lot of traffic, and that's it, man. They just want that community to stay there because they bring so many views. Like, you guys really have to realize that there's a lot of people out here that are bad in the world. There's a lot of people that really don't give a fuck about you, that they only want things their way. And it is what it is, man. It is a sad reality, but it's something that we got to understand. It's not going to go anywhere. And probably the new generations are going to understand and find ways to eliminate that type of toxicity, but I really don't see it. I really don't see it fixing anytime soon. That at least in that, I really don't.
P45.
Wait. Okay. Let me see. My cousin is lesbian, and I love her like a sister always. Yeah, that's cool, man. My cousin is bi. She likes both women and men, and right now she's dating a guy. They don't want to get married, but they love each other. So, dude, like, when she told me, I was like, "Oh, you are?" And at that time, I was still getting into the mentality of trying to understand people, because I was, going through college, and I was trying to understand how people are either born or grow to have these feelings, and let's say, they understand later in life that they're lesbian, or that they're gay, or that they're bisexual or pansexual, and all these things, right? And I when you grow as with a conservative mindset, you start thinking to yourself, this is something that I wasn't really taught, when I was young. So now I have to teach myself, and I've gotten educated with it, and I just understand. There's just different type of people in the world. You gotta love them. You gotta care for them. You gotta protect them as human beings. Now, if they're assholes, you fucking push them away. But if they're not, then you put them together. Just because they're gay doesn't mean that you can be friends with them. No, they have to be good people as well. Like, that's something we gotta understand. Sexuality is just a preference. Now, that doesn't mean that because you're gay now you're gonna be like completely accepted. No, you have to be a good person on top of that. Just like me, I'm straight, but if I'm an asshole, I'm not supposed to be accepted by society. So if I'm a good person, then I'll be accepted, right? And that's just what it is, man. I had to get into that mindset, and I got there. It's heartwarming now that every one of your videos has 0 dislikes. Looks like you were right about everything. All about everything. I mean, I'm not right about everything, but I try to educate myself before I talk. At least I try to do that. My parents, which schooled me, even ground me for making bigoted remarks. I guess I'm lucky. Yeah, that's good, man. It's good not to disrespect people in that way. Ellie was gay in the first game, but I remember people started to hate the DLC because of that, which makes no sense. Because in that time, dude, people were still getting too used to that there's gay people, and when you have gay people in media, people just don't like that, and that's just something we got to understand, that it's a slow process to just make it feel normal, or just make it feel like, dude, just let it go. Let's see if the characters are good. Even my dad, who's a person that who is way more conservative than me. He's religious and stuff. He watches series and like, man, there's, and now almost every series there's like a gay person in it, right? And I talked to him about that, and he tells me, and I tell him, I'm like, so yeah, there's, if there, yeah, I've seen that there's more gay people in more medias now, but the important thing about media is if the story is good. And if the story is good, it's good. If it's bad, it's bad, right? And he's like, yeah, that's true. Like, yeah, there's gay people, and he might have a problem with it, right? But he doesn't let it affect his experience with movies, with video games, or whatever he consumes, right? Because all that is important is if the story is good. There's people that have disagreements. There's people that probably don't align with their lifestyles. But what people just deserve is respect, dude. It's all that. It's respect as a human being. That's all these people, all of us, that's what all of us deserve. Respect as a human being. We don't deserve to be outcasted. We don't deserve to be, pushed aside. Just let people be. That's all. So this is all about politics. Yeah, man, it plays into the fact of politics and religion and all those things. I don't understand hating a game like a hobby. People just don't know what to do with their lives, man. I agree, Darren. I think the same thing because I know I was going to suck. Absolutely. I call pretty no games masterpieces, but this is certainly one of them. Yeah, for me, The Last of Us was a masterpiece. All right, let's get into Rich's review on Quantum TV.
It's time to wipe the tears off a grown man's face. Welcome to YouTube, Quantum TV. This is how it works. Let's get into it. Skip it up and that up. Hello everybody, today's video is brought to you by ExpressVPN, and let me ask you a question. Do you take a
all right, let's skip that
video? Then when they had a whole to you, your browsing history on you. Get ExpressVPN now. I love when companies and people abuse the copyright system. I love when The Verge went after me for talking about their terrible PC build, doing a live stream on it, which was as fair use comes, and struck down the video. Then, when they had a whole bunch of bad PR, all the videos that they struck down, they repealed those strikes because it was out of the kindness of their heart, or it was a PR nightmare for them, and they abused the copyright system, and they knew they would lose in court.
Oh, and for those people who haven't liked the stream yet, please like the stream, because the more you guys like, literally, the more people show up. Because literally, that's what's happening. You guys like the more, and people are showing up. So let's do that, guys.
Streisand effect, anyone? Hey, you know what?
The fact that he told people to kill themselves, then doubled down on in game tells me everything about this guy's character. Yes, facts, my guy. Let's give you an applause. Let's give you an applause. That is 100% exactly what happens. I said that I think like 30 minutes ago. Like, this guy said, yeah, no, I told them to kill themselves, but no, I meant in game, bro. I meant in game, not in real life, man. How can I do that? Jesus Christ. Ace Bar, what's up, man? How you doing? Remember everyone to like the stream.
What would have happened, Verge, if you didn't do that? No one would have talked about it. But well, anyway, there is a YouTuber named Quantum TV that I guess never got that memo that striking down videos that do fall under fair use is a bad idea, or at least flagging them for copyright, I should say, is a bad idea. And he decided to go that route. Now, initially, he has up a new review of Elden Ring today. He put up a review of Elden Ring. He didn't like the game. I have no issue with that. I bought the game and haven't even played it yet. I'm not a diehard Dark Souls fan. I suck at the games. I've probably played at most 3 hours total of the Souls series, so this is not me white knighting for the Souls series, Quantum TV. You're lumping everyone who's calling you out into that category. If Dark Souls ceased to exist tomorrow, I wouldn't lose a wink of sleep. And I will warn you of this now, Quantum TV. I am going to show footage from your videos in here, a decent amount, but I'm also going to comment on them quite a bit. You come after me and try to flag my videos, I will get a lawyer and make your day very bad. Because
I love the threats that he's giving, because it's funny because like Quantum TV thinks he's just this big bad guy that he can do whatever he wants with smaller YouTubers. And you know what's funny? Like, Quantum TV actually said, I might sue Rich of Review Tech USA. Like, how dumb you have to be to do that. after something that is just fair use at the end of the day. It's just the most idiotic thing I've ever seen, dude. I still can't believe that happened.
You will be abusing the copyright system. I'm warning you now. This is fair use. Try me. Well, he has a way with words too, and some of the one-liners here he uses are quite interesting. But this is a this is a two-part story here. And the first video he put out after he got a bunch of flack from the gaming community was called "Why I Quit Elden Ring and Its Gaming Community: Elden Ring Review Part 2." And I'll have links below to his original videos. I'm also giving you credit for the videos too, Quantum. This is the highlights that I picked out, though, the quality ones. I will also be commenting and stopping the video. Let's take a look and discuss, shall we?
A game that's not for everyone isn't a game that should be made, in my opinion. Games are supposed to be fun, transcend the reality that we have right now, take you to new worlds, give you new abilities. You're allowed to do things that you never, ever could do in the real world without consequence, and be accessible to anyone regardless of experience level.
Wrong. I don't like JRPGs. Should they make JRPGs so I like them? That's a genre of game.
That when he said that, right? When he said that games shouldn't be made like for specific audiences and that it should be made for anyone, dude, like wow. like wow. It's basically like me, for example. I like The Last of Us, right? I like story-based games. Now, there's gamers that don't like story-based games. Like, there's YouTubers that talk about how they just don't like those games, and that is 100% okay. Now, I hate fanboys that come and say, "But you're a Sony hater. You're an Xbox fanboy because you hate these games." No. It's just like there's certain people just don't like these certain games. There's people that just like Elden Ring type of games that they like, to control what they're doing in games. They don't like to be told what to do. They don't like cinematic story-based games. They don't like cinematic cutscenes. They don't like those things. They find it boring. They just like to play games. That's all they'd like to do. They'd like just the gameplay aspect of games, and that's 100% understandable. I 100% understand that, and if that's not a game for you, that's okay, my guy. Now, if you just call it shit because of that, then that's where I have a problem, because you can't say for you it could be shit, but for other people it's not shit, and that's where the thin line goes. But that's fine. If for you it's shit, that's fine. But there's certain people that do like these games. I like story-based games because I'm a movie guy. I love stories, and if you can give me a good story, I feel like the best way to tell stories right now, at least in the moment and where I can just feel 100% engaged, is in video games. I just don't like. I mean, I love movies, but I don't know. Video games just give you that little extra layer of immersion that movies don't give you, and yeah, I mean, I like them, and there's certain people that don't like them. I understand that, but it is what it is. But I hate that opinion that there's games that have to be made for everyone. No, no. Fuck no. Of course not. I'm so tired of open world games. I wish there were more good linear narrative games like The Last of Us and Uncharted series. I like mastering them and playing them through multiple times. Yeah, me too. I mean, I like open world games. I just get tired of Ubisoft open world type of games, which are absolutely shit. I hate them. I didn't play Elden Ring, but I think a massive challenge is to be expected there. It's a From Software game. Yes, 100%. Their games are always hard, and that's okay. I mean, it's not my type of game, but I probably will get into it because there's a lot of people that are saying that even newcomers that, are finding the game extremely entertaining. And I'm like, I'll probably give it a try. We'll see. Am I the only one who's listened to Juice WRLD and Next? Probably. I don't listen to them. But I wonder this TV guy is a troll because no human being would act like this over a video game. Well, my guy, he made like 5 videos about it. So yes. Yes, there is guys like this. Oh, and not just that. He is missing the point completely. He thinks that people are hating on him because of the Elden Ring review. No. We're not hating on you because of that. We're hating on you because you tried to literally give a copyright strike to a YouTuber who just critiqued one of your videos, and that's it. That's literally it. You're trying to copyright strike other content creators because you are butthurt. That's literally it. Even Forbidden West didn't pull me in. Forbidden West is good. I'm not extremely immersed into it, just like the first one. It just feels more of the first one, which is not a problem. But at least what I could say for now, it's a good game. It's not the best game ever made, but it's a good game. I think it has one of the best graphics ever made. The music is fine, and I said the graphics already. The gameplay is crisp and smooth. I do like it. The story, that's where I like the story. I like where it's going, but I feel like it still doesn't feel like the Uncharted or like the Naughty Dog levels of storytelling, where it just feels like you're literally watching an actual masterpiece of a movie, because the acting and everything is just so good. The facial animations just feel so realistic and all those things. And yeah, when you play Naughty Dog games and you play other games, the other games just feel wrong and bad. Even Rockstar games are probably on par with them, or Naughty Dog's on par with them, because I feel like Rockstar, at least in all their time, they have done games that are just absolutely fucking incredible as well. Marcel says what he said is right. Right now is very idiotic. No game is for everyone. 100%. That's exactly what I'm saying. I'm playing Bloodborne for now. It's so great. I have to get into Bloodborne. I haven't played that game in so long. Ryan says, I'm 75 hours into Elden Ring and still can't beat it. Dude, everybody is saying that game is just super fucking massive, that there's a lot of shit to do with it. And I might play it one day. Remember, chat, play your games, not corporations. Remember this always. Glad to have you back, AP. Thank you so much, Abraham. I really appreciate it. And I'm gonna stay on YouTube. I'm gonna try to make as much content as possible. I'm gonna make a video for tomorrow, that's for sure. I really love story-driven games, but I still do play games that don't have that much of story, like the Crash Bandicoot and Spyro the Dragon games. Awesome. LGBT bad, me over here questioning team nature. All right, let's go to Rich Reviews.
To make a JRPG a game that I would like, it wouldn't be a JRPG anymore. So that genre of game should not be made to cater to me. Okay? There are grandmas that like to play Candy Crush. Should they make Call of Duty more like Candy Crush and Team Deathmatch more like Candy Crush so grandma wants to play Call of Duty Vanguard? No, there's different genres of games for a reason. You saying that you want every game made for everybody, what are we going to have? Every game be like Wii Sports? We already start off with a dumb take, but let's continue, because
for those who haven't liked the stream, we're 4 likes away from 50. If you guys can, please like the stream. I really appreciate it.
That's just the beginning from this man.
That's why I play games. Like, I don't play games to be stressed out. And so when I pick up Elden Ring,
that's fine. I'm the same way. I play games on normal. Sometimes I even play games on easy. I don't want to be stressed out. I don't want the challenge sometimes. I want my brain to take a break, but that's me. I'm smart enough to realize that I'm not the entire gaming community. Everyone wants different challenges. Everyone wants different genres of games. No, every game should not be made for everybody.
100%. There's just games that I just want to shut my brain off. I play Call of Duty, I shut my brain off. I want to play, not Battlefield, but I would say I want to play FIFA, a soccer game. I shut my brain off. I just have fun. If I want to play a game that has a story, that has a good story, I play The Last of Us. I play Uncharted. I play God of War. I play Red Dead Redemption. There's certain games where you just shut your brain off. Now, there's certain games like Elden Ring where you have to use like 100% of your brain, because there's certain things that you gotta, you gotta solve or whatever. If there's puzzle games, that's where you use your brain. If there's games that that test your brain, dude, then yes, that's where you use your brain. But there's certain games that I just want to shut my brain off and just be me and just chill. And that's okay. That's okay to have games like that. But shamefully, there's people that don't agree with that, and that's dumb.
Now, I did argue initially, and I still kind of hold to it, that I wish there was there's the insanely hard mode that all Souls games are, and then make like an in-between a normal and a hard, where it's not easy enough to be called normal mode, but you're just getting slightly less fisted. Like you're getting fisted with a bare fist and not a fist that is, wrapped in sandpaper. But hey, there's many people that disagree with me on that. So we can agree to disagree. But you seem to take it
Nimz just subscribed. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it.
a step further. So let's continue.
and I keep dying, and the bosses are hard, and you have to keep grinding. It just turns into a grind fest. If you took the thrill of dying a bunch of times out, or if the bosses were really easy, I'm pretty sure most of you diehard fans would probably be pissed off and probably call the game what it really is: trash.
But that is the appeal to many people that are Souls fans. The appeal that they have. Again, like I said, I wish it had a normal mode, and I made an argument about it before, but many people say, Rich, that is the exciting part. You learn the patterns of the bosses. You learn to have patience. You learn to actually use technique instead of just mashing buttons like in every other action platformer out there.
100%.
You have to actually utilize all the different techniques the From Software games offer you. You can't just be like, oh, I'm not going to use this technique because I don't really feel like it. You don't use it, you'll die against a certain enemy. People like that. People like the challenge. People like that you're constantly on your toes. That's fine. You don't like it. I don't necessarily like it either. But people are going to call you out on it because that's the community, man. Look what just happened with my editor and I with our...
That is 100% true. Like sometimes, bro, there's people that just are not going to like what you say. And that's okay. That's okay. You know the amount of people that don't like that I like The Last of Us? You know the amount of people that came to me in abuse and just told me, hey, man, I wish you die. You're dumb. You're probably a leftist. You're probably all of this and all of that. Like, there's people that just have that in their hearts. There's people that have that in their... It's insane. Like, for example, when I made this video here, let me show you. When I made the last of this video right here, apparently Horizon Forbidden West is woke. I still stand by my opinion, but there's people that literally look at this. 1,000 likes, 1,000.1 dislikes. Now, why is that the case? Why did people dislike what I had to say? I said in that video that there's a lot of people that literally just think about, they think with their dicks. Instead of thinking about, hey, this is not even what it is. Like, for example, there's people that are saying that Aloy's face was fat. No, she's not fat. That doesn't mean it's woke. It's just that there was a bad angle. And if you really play the game, if you really see the other stuff in the video at that time, she looks thin as fuck. She looks fit as fuck. She does not look fat. She just looks more realistic. And people got mad because I said that. There's people that aren't going to like what I say. There's people that only think with their dicks. There's only people that only think about the beauty, of a character. If they're not, this typical pretty girl, then they're going to get mad because apparently that's making women look a little bit more ugly, and we're just trying to be a little bit more inclusive because of that, because all I want and all I care for is, pretty men and pretty women in my video games. Dude, she just looks okay. She looks not all okay. She looks pretty. She's not like the most beautiful woman in the world. She's just pretty. She's just there. And people literally got a fuss with that. If you see the comments, they're like, ugh. And did I die? Did I make a fuss about it? Did I lose my marbles about it? No, I didn't. I just moved on because there's people that are just not going to like what I say, and that's fine. When I made this video here, The Last of Us 2 is hated, there's 2,700 people that don't agree with what I said because apparently there's people that think that all I'm saying is that people hate it because they're homophobic or transphobic. No, that's not what I said. There's people that literally have said that. Just because in one sentence, in one little thing I said, there's certain people that do hate this game because they are anti-LGBT and they don't like that in their games. They got mad about that and they started disliking the video. There's a lot of comments that say that I dislike this video because all you said in this video was that. And no, I did not. I said so many reasons. Abby is one of the reasons. Joel dying the way he died is a reason. People say it's a messy story. There's things that could have been done differently. There's people, I explained in a 13-minute video why there's people that hate it. Now, if people took it as me defending the game, that's on you. I like the game. I'm sorry. What do you want me to say? I mean, I did post this video, of course, in a time where, things were still heated. I know if I made this game a little bit later, this video, if I made it later, then people will be like, yeah, I wouldn't have those same amount of dislikes. But the likes that I got, there's people that did understand what I was trying to say. And a lot of people do agree with me. But that's okay. But if you go to Quantum's videos, look at all his videos. We go here.
Prank calls.
And look at all the dislikes that he has. 700 dislikes. Everyone dislikes his video. It's not even 50-50. It's literally an actual ratio. It's not 50-50. It's a fucking actual ratio. We go down here.
Today we're
Let me just mute it. This is almost a 50-50, right? What Review Tech USA didn't say, but we're going to get into that because his back arguments were absolutely horrible. And then the Elden Ring review. Look at that. Look at that ratio, right? And then we go to the other one, which is this one here. Absolutely horrible. 2,000 people said fuck you. Almost 2,000 people said you're dumb. Yeah, that's basically it. Let's go back to the video of Rich.
GT7 video. Do you think I got nothing but pleasant comments when it comes to that? Gee, even DMs that I got, people were saying wonderful, heartwarming things. No, they weren't. It was the exact opposite. But that's the internet. That's what they do. You must be relatively new to this, because this is nothing, but you seem to not be handling it well.
Again, I'm new to the franchise. I had no idea what it is. And then, of course, when you go to the community as a new gamer, you would think, right, as a gamer, you'd have people being welcoming. I had maybe 5 people in the...
Oh, there's one thing. If you guys want to call in and give your say about what is happening, give a call. In the description down below, there's a Discord server. If you guys want to get into the Discord server, join my free Discord server, and you guys can call me directly, or you shoot me a message on the Discord, and I'll let you talk to me, and you guys can give me your say of what you guys think about the situation. Make sure to just join the Discord server in the description down below. And if you can't, let me know and I'll fix the link. But come to the description down below for the Discord. Also follow me on Twitter if you haven't followed me, and talk to me. Call me if you guys have anything to say about the situation and what you guys think about this. All right, let's keep going.
The whole comment thread. Like, hey, man, let's do those bosses together. I'll help you out.
Wait, hold on. He expects the internet to be nice to him. What? Did you? No, of course not. What do you think is going to happen? This isn't even just in the gaming community. You have fanatics for a celebrity or a politician or anything that there is huge fandom for. Do you think they're going to come to you and be like, oh, you're having problems with the Elder Scrolls? We could be here to help you out because we're in the gaming community. What?
That's not how the gaming community is, man. The gaming community is tough, bro. The gaming community has no chill, man. That's all I will say.
Race are you part of? Are you part of the human race? Are you kidding me? Do you really? Oh my God. No. If you got nothing but positive comments, I would have been shocked. This is just how it goes, man. You're going to deal with negativity every single day. I am shocked that you're a grown man and don't realize this. What did you think, that there would be a bunch of Mr. Rogers coming out of the woodwork to kiss your butt cheeks and teach you how to play Elden Ring? Come on, dude. What planet do you live on?
Only 5 people. The rest of them were like, oh, you're a clown. You've lost credibility. It's demeaning, player shaming bull because you're...
Yeah, that's the internet. That's what I deal with on a daily basis. What everyone deals with on a daily basis. Every single person on here, even a YouTuber with 500 subs.
Yep.
If I didn't...
Bro, when I started my my YouTube channel to do The Last of Us 2 content, oh my God. The amount of comments that I got, bro. Oh, you're probably a leftist. Oh my God, you're a woke trash guy. You're a soy boy. I'm like, okay. Okay.
And get negative comments, harsh negative comments on a daily basis, I would be nervous thinking that there was...
Ryan says, any advice on Deathpool? On the fence about it, on sale for $30 right now. Well, Deccan, one of my friends on YouTube, says that he hates the game. That's all I'll say. That's all I'll say. He says it's not a 10 out of 10 at all. Like, fuck no. So you do your review. I would say go and find YouTubers who have played it extensively, and they'll tell you if it's good or not. Like, no, I don't like Ghost of Tsushima, but because it's not interesting and the samurai is not my type, they started being mad and sending death threats, all that. It's unbelievable. Yeah, that's dumb, dude. If you don't like a game, that's fine. I don't understand why people just go and lose their marbles, but it is what it is.
Someone wrong, and they were probably like plotting to swap me that day. Like, it's par for the course. Oh wow, someone told me to off myself. Must be, oh look, it's a Wednesday. Yeah, it's a normal.
Bro, that I have to clip that right there. I like clip it and be like, oh, somebody send me death threats. Oh, it's a Wednesday. Bro, that's absolute. That right there is gold. That right there is gold.
Wednesday in the office.
To a game that's known, by the way, for being incredibly difficult, and it's your fault, not the dev's fault for not thinking of every single player of all kinds of walks of life. They don't care.
Wait, like jokes, like not jokes aside, but like just hate aside or anything like that. Like, how does this video have like 249 dislikes? I swear it's like this guy just made like 240 accounts and just disliked it. I swear that's the case. Or just some people in his fan base went to the video and disliked it, because it's just extremely dumb to dislike this thing, bro. Because this guy is just an absolute joke. An absolute joke.
It's a challenge, and it has to be for players who think every game is easy, and if you aren't one of those players, then you are a scumbag, you filthy casual. At the end of the day, go kill yourself, man.
There you go. You saw what he just said there? Just kill yourself, bro. Did he say, okay, just to give a little bit more context.
I'm not gonna sit here and like be demeaned and talked down to because I don't enjoy a fest of a game.
Okay. Did he say kill yourself in the game? Bro, I'm acting like Donald Trump right now. It's like, did he kill yourself in the game? Did he say kill yourself in the game? Did he say that? I think not. Did he say that? Well, in his response video to Review Tech USA, he said, oh no, I meant it was in the game, bro. It's not in real life. Why can't you just admit at your faults and then you just say, hey man, I shouldn't have said that. That was just me being a dumbass. Why couldn't you just say that in your video?
Told the people that are talking crap to him to go kill themselves.
That right there is suicide. Like that right there is just literally like YouTube career suicide. Except some of the fans that like right now, videos like Quantum TV is on the internet. So if anybody looks for Content TV, they're probably going to run to Rich's videos about it, because of course he's a bigger YouTuber and they see what he has said. Do you think they're going to follow him? Probably not.
It was 2016. You don't do that. Do you think that this is going to stop people from coming after you, dude? Apparently you do, obviously, because you wouldn't have made these videos. But if anything, now people are going to come at you 10 times harder.
100%.
And then you tell them to kill themselves?
Horrible.
You had an opinion.
Guys, who hasn't liked the stream yet, please like the stream. Let's get this. Now we got 50 likes. Let's get this up to 60 likes. Mary is magic. Yo, sup, y'all? What's up, man? How you doing? Or wait, Mary is are you a woman or a guy? I'm sorry, I said bro, so I'm sorry. Just let me know. What about Tyrone Magnus? Bro, the less I see of that guy, the better. I don't like his YouTube channel at all. He's falling into the anti-SJW, wokeness, anti-woke shit. Nah, fuck that guy. Twitter is cancer, toxic, and fills with people that have no brains, if you ask me. I've been seeing a lot of times, especially with The Last of Us 2. By the way, I prefer to be on you and Neil Druckmann's side than haters. Yeah, man. I'd rather be on my side too, because I'm not going to be that type of person that's just going to be on your throat just because you don't like a game, man. If you don't like The Last of Us, then that can be okay, man. You're like, fuck, like that's fine. You can say it sucks all you want. It doesn't change my opinion that I like it, and I'll respect yours. Matt and Trey, the makers of South Park, poke fun of how people get upset over stupid shit on media. The episode titled Pajama Day. Pajamas are just a metaphor for what they are poking fun of. Yeah. I have seen that, and that. Well, I haven't seen that episode, but I've heard that something like that has happened with South Park. South Park is amazing because they have no chill, man. They don't care, and that's good. That's the good thing about it. Tyrone has no balls, man. Yeah, shamefully, man. Those tickly balls. Ryan, when we're getting Factions 2 or the HBO show, well, I'll probably make a few videos about that when we get a little bit more information. But no, I won't probably. I will make videos. I'm coming back to YouTube, man, guys. I'm coming back. Did Richie stroke his chicken yet? Did he? I don't think so, but we'll see. Hopefully he does. It's a nice turn on when he does it, you know? When we grab that chicken and he's like, oh my God. Jesus. I've been a long time sub for him. For who? South Park is funny as fuck, but has no chill. That's what I like about it. It has no chill. They don't really give a fuck about your feelings, and that's what I love about South Park. All right, let's go.
on a very popular franchise, you got a negative opinion. It's an opinion that is not the popular opinion. Trust me, I know. Just went through it, and I'm probably going to be going through it again. Just went through it.
Yeah, with me, The Last of Us. At that time, The Last of Us 2, the popular opinion was to literally destroy the game, was to literally destroy anybody that likes the game. I was talking good about the game. I was talking about how we should try the game before actually making our minds up. And I was getting eaten alive, man. It is what it is, man. It is what it is, and it's okay. People are just like this on the internet. There are dumb people on the internet that don't know how to have a conversation with you, and all they do is resort to insults and stuff like that because that's all they know growing up, and that's how they are, and that's how they talk. And with these people, shamefully, you just can't speak to them, man. It is what it is.
With Gran Turismo 7. What did you expect? But you, as a content creator with over 50,000 subscribers, which is not a small amount of subscribers, telling people who are calling you names to kill themselves?
That's dumb.
You probably just ended your career.
Yep.
But anyway, there's a sequel to what this man said, and it gets worse. He admits to flagging videos where they used his content, like I am right now, without his permission. Okay, Mundane Matt. Love you, Mundane Matt. Water under the bridge, but let's continue. And this video is titled, Elden Ring Players Cry Wolf When Told to Not Steal Other Creators' Videos. Here's why. Again, link below in the description to the full video. Here is my supercut with commentary. Enjoy.
You have a YouTuber by the name of Mischief. Steals my entire video with
Yeah, so he went after a smaller YouTuber and flagged his video because he used his content without his permission, which, again, if I went after everyone who did that on a daily basis, it would be a review flagging USA. And then he tries to sit here and justify it. He goes into much more detail than this and cries a hell of a lot more than I have here, but let's continue.
third-party illegal software.
Yeah, we already said what we had to say about the third-party illegal software. You can record or download any videos you want, and if you make it transformative, that's fair use. I'm sorry, my guy, but it is what it is.
Uploads it in its entirety, basically, to YouTube. Calls it fair use. Goes through and thinks that you talking and smack talking is fair use. Let me explain what fair use is for people wondering. Fair use is when you use like a second of the video.
That is if you're using video without commentary on it. That is if the video is not a transformative work.
Yep.
If I just took your video, even if I edited it and didn't have commentary over it, that's pretty much not fair use. It's definitely not fair use.
100%.
This right now, what I'm doing there, Quantum TV, is fair use. It's as fair use comes. Doesn't matter how much of your footage I'm using. I am adding plenty of commentary to it. This is fair use. You don't understand how this system works. I'll teach you, son. This is how it works. But you're going to try to teach everyone.
Even me, what I'm doing right now, when I'm reacting to Rich's video, him reacting to the other video, this is fair use because the majority of my content is literally me speaking over it and talking about it, reacting to about it, criticizing or praising it. Fuck.
Anyone else who's been doing this longer than you, how fair use works. Please, by all means, let's continue.
5 seconds of the video, or vastly less than what the full duration of the original video was. He didn't do that. And then when you're using...
That's a lie. That's a lie. Because he literally grabbed his content. He grabbed a little bit. He literally grabbed the parts where it's making his own... Like, Mischief got parts of his video where he was critiquing about dumb takes that he had about Elden Ring. It wasn't the whole video. It just grabbed a little bit of part of the video to create context and proof of what he is saying. And that's it. But no, apparently he used the whole video. He grabbed the video and he just uploaded. That's the problem. That's the mentality this guy has. It's like, bro, we're all seeing what he did and you're lying right now. You're literally lying up your ass.
Using majority of somebody's video and you're letting the vast majority play unedited, that's not fair use. You're not really, you can make your point of criticism without letting pretty much the entire video play, and that was my gripe. So
You know why people show decent portions of videos when they're making commentaries, criticizing you or praising you or whatever, depending, is because they want to show the evidence of what they're talking about. I hate making videos where I can't show B-roll or like what I'm doing here, because then it could be, oh, Rich, that's hearsay. I don't know that he really said it. I don't know that he really did this. I don't know that he really did that. Whereas if you have the footage there, at least it leans to the point that I'm showing evidence. Now, of course.
Exactly. So, for example, let's say what I'm saying right now. Let's say I say Quantum is a liar. But how is he a liar? Where's the proof? Oh, I can't do that because apparently if I do that, then that's not fair use. If I show a little bit of his video. Like, you need proof. You need to show people, hey, this person did this. I got proof. Here's the proof. It's like me trying to say Zac Efron is gay, right? Zac Efron is gay. Oh my God. How is he gay? You're lying. No way. And I'm like, yeah, I'm saying it, but I'm not going to show you proof because, yeah, I won't. Where's the proof, my guy? How do you know he's gay? Oh, here's a picture of him kissing a dude. Oh, okay, there you go. Now you have proof. Like, you need proof, my guy. You need proof. It's like, hey, yeah, this guy is cheating on somebody else. How do you know? Where's the proof? Oh, no, I can't show you the proof. I'm sorry, I can't show you the proof. Also, it's just what you're saying. I can't believe what you're saying because you're not showing me anything. It's just that's how the world works, man. And that's what you, when it comes to content creation, you need to put proof. You need to put basis on what you're saying. Jesus.
I know this firsthand. People have done it with my videos. People could chop up crap and take it out of context and try to make it seem like you said or did.
I'm doing good, Mary is Magic. I'm doing good. How about you?
Did something you didn't do. But that's why people want to show footage, and sometimes a substantial portion of footage, and it still falls under fair use like I'm doing right now because I'm commentating over it, even with a chunk of Quantum TV's video in there. This guy is out of his mind, but he keeps going.
Introduce this concept to this kid, and I tell him, listen.
And he's very, like, he makes sure you know that he's a smaller YouTuber, and it's like, yeah, man, I'm squashing you down. I'm squashing you like a...
Ryan says, according to the internet, apparently LGBTQ equals SJW. Yeah, that couldn't be further from the truth, my guy. SJWs are literally known to create havoc and to literally make everything in media or in politics or whatever. Like, social justice warriors are what I would say. They do exactly the same thing SJWs do. They spread misinformation to further their own agendas. And they take things out of context to say, hey, look how men are bad. Look how this is bad. Look how misogynist. Look how this and that. Blah, blah, blah. Anti-SJWs are literally doing the same thing, but the other way around to ridicule these people. And not just that, they include people like just us, right? That like certain games, that don't care if there's gay people in it or black people in it or whatever. And they go and they attack you as an SJW, literally telling you that you're part of that group when that's not even the case. The majority of us are in the middle. We are either conservatives or liberals or just libertarians. We don't really give a fuck about politics, and all we care about is just good entertainment. And we're just looking at both sides fighting each other for no fucking reason. And they're calling some of us who are in the middle part of the other group, either anti-SJWs or SJWs, and I hate that. That's why I hate gaming journalism, and that's why I hate these fucking reactionary YouTube channels, because at the end of the day, they're just spreading misinformation to make you, who are in the middle, outraged. And the more you're outraged, the more you consume their content, the more money you give them. That's the plan. That's what they do. It is what it is. Ryan Kendall is so racist when reviewing the Batman 2022. Like, all he talks about politics, that should be his way, yet he still shill fanboys for his racism. You know what? I wanted to make a video about that, and probably in this stream we'll react to that, because I couldn't believe what he did and how people defended him, dude. Like, the whole internet was like, yeah, this is borderline almost racist. Like, it's not racist, but it, like, he's literally saying, hey, there's only 2 good white people, but there's 3 good black people, and it's so on the nose to modern day Hollywood. It's like, why is that even a factor? I couldn't believe what I watched, but we'll talk about that in a bit. Raphael says, I like like I said before, I remember people attacking Donkey because he likes The Last of Us Part 2 and taking everything he says so seriously. Bro, Donkey is literally the most amazing, one of the best YouTubers, that I've seen. And I love how he pisses people off. It's so fucking cool to see. And how he responds to those people, it's also cool as well. The stupidity and the toxicity of some people, it is what it is, man. Shamefully. Hey, what's up, world class Satanist? What's up, man? Haven't seen you in a bit, man. Ryan says, is this about the Commissioner Gordon being black? Because who cares? Yeah, it's because of that. Because he has a problem with race swapping, and apparently race swapping is bad. Now we'll get into that in a little bit of why it's bad. It's not bad. It's only bad when it's just race swap for no fucking reason. But if it's done because the actor is the best actor that can play that role, then that's a different thing. Like, for example, when you're looking for a Spider-Man, one of the actual things about looking for a Spider-Man is he has to be white, because in the characters, that main character is white. Now, if you make him black, if you make Peter Parker black, at that point, you're just using a big character, one of the biggest characters in the world, just to, be inclusive. That's why you make other characters, like, for example, Miles Morales. And that's where you can have your fun with it. Fine. Right? There's certain characters that shouldn't change how they look because it's so staple to their character, but lesser known characters or characters that aren't, that could be interchangeable, fine. Why not? If Jim Gordon was white, and then now in the movie he's black. Okay, cool. What's the fucking issue? Honestly, what's the fucking issue? What's the fucking issue? All right, let's go.
Bug. Don't believe me, here we go.
Hey man, you just stole my video off of my platform because he's not a YouTube premium member. And of course, if hit with a...
Doesn't matter. It still falls under the same terms of service and legal guidelines if he downloaded the video as a YouTube premium member or not. Also, to you moron, when you download a video in YouTube Premium, it just lets you keep it in the YouTube app. You're not downloading it and it just gives you the MP4 file that you could use anywhere. What the hell does it matter if he's a premium member or not? You don't know what you're talking about, and that's proof right there.
Piracy lawsuit, I guarantee you, when they ask him, hey, how'd you get this footage? You know what he would say? Stole it. Because that's what these gamers do.
These gamers. I love that part too. No, they would be like, yeah, this is fair use. It was a transformative work. And you would probably lose in court and look like an idiot. Verge has a lot of money and
not probably. He'll lose in court.
A lot of lawyers. Don't you think if they had a case against YouTubers who were just stealing footage, showing that disastrous PC build, that they would have just let it go? No, of course they wouldn't have, man. If they had a legal case, they would have loved to make an example about us so we didn't have the right to question them again. Who the hell are you? You're going to sit there and say that that's going to hold up in court? What a joke. It's not going to hold up in court. You have no idea what you're talking about. But if you're a YouTube Premium member, yeah, you could actually absolutely use the footage. That would totally change it legally.
They use this stupid website shit. They rip videos down off of YouTube. They smack talk and smear somebody's reputation that they don't like for the moment and move on to the next person.
Dude, they're calling you out.
After this, can you please react to Donkey's response on YouTube removing dislikes? Because it's hilarious. Yeah, we'll do that at the end of the streams. But for now, we're going to focus on Quantum TV and his... After this, we're going to focus on him and his comments for The Last of Us, because that's juicy. And that is... That's cool. That's... Yeah, I'll just say it's juicy. I'll just say it's juicy.
And don't like your take. That's not smearing you. You know how many people are smearing me right now, again, because of my Gran Turismo 7 video? You know how many times I've been smeared before? Even by Griffin Gaming. Hey, he mentions Griffin Gaming in this video. I'm friends with Griffin Gaming. He's allowed to have a critical take on me, and vice versa.
Who's also big for doing this? Griffin Gaming.
Hey, you mentioned Griffin Gaming. Applause. Please clap.
There's so many gamers that do this toxic shit where they find somebody they want to bully.
This is the thing. Like, I know there's certain people in my community that don't like Griffin Gaming because of his take on The Last of Us Part 2. And yeah, probably he milked that situation just to make money, because he literally said that. Now, is most of the opinions that Griffin Gaming says is bad? No, because when he responds with mostly facts. Now, The Last of Us 2, that's just mostly a story aspect. That's subjective. That's something that he didn't go for, he didn't like. That's on him. Now, did he go and attack people who like The Last of Us Part 2? No. He made fun of people. I did not. The only thing that I didn't agree was when he went and ridiculed Tajay, because Tajay just liked and got emotional for the game. That's where we're like, yeah, that's almost borderline harassing. Now, he hasn't done something like that before. After that, he has reacted to dumb takes. But guys, like, these people have problems just because they get criticized for dumb takes. If there's a dumb take about a certain thing and you're getting criticized for that, dude, just take it on the chin and move on. Like, fuck.
And they think this shit works. It doesn't work, people. I'm not you.
I changed my mind about Griffin Gaming. Well, what do you mean about that? Even if negative criticism is valid, I can't stand hearing it all day. Yeah, that's true. Like, if it's for you, that if you can't stand criticism all day, that's fine. Like, I don't watch criticism videos all the time because I feel like it gets to the point where it's a little bit too toxic. But sometimes it's good to call things out, and it is what it is.
Calling you out is not bullying you. You are.
Yeah.
I am watching a man right now just totally destroy whatever chance he had at having a YouTube channel. You built up a following, man. Over 50,000 subscribers, especially in 2022, is tough to get. But all that's thrown out the window now because you're pulling a DSP. Congratulations.
I'm not backing down. I'm annoyed. You steal videos and you lie through your teeth. This guy is going around to every YouTuber he can find saying, he's saying I'm violating YouTube's terms of service and he's bullying me. He's playing the victim. Let me put this on the screen for.
He's right. There is a unspoken oath. First and foremost, he did nothing wrong. Secondly, I have had my footage used literally in that GameStop.
Well, after that, there's like it's where's it? Quantum TV. Like he kind of just talks in circles, basically, and Rich is like reacting to it. So after this is done, we all know that he's abusing the copyright system, and that's basically it. There's one video that Rich did where he exposed the fucking living shit out of him for being an absolute bigot, and this is about The Last of Us 2.
Quantum TV.
So if you guys want to, share this stream right now, share it on Twitter, share it anywhere, and let's like the stream, because let's get as much people as possible, because I know there's people that follow me because of The Last of Us. So if you guys want to hear what this fucking idiot Quantum TV has done in the past when talking about The Last of Us Part 2, then stay tuned. Don't leave, because we're going to get right into the nitty gritty. All right? Like the stream. Let's see if we can get more people to watch what this fucking asshole has done. So let's get into it.
For me and other people, because you didn't like what we had to say. I've been doing this for a long time, man. If I was screwing over YouTube, they would have gotten rid of me a long time ago. I'm not worth it to them. Opinions is not bullying. You seem to not understand the two. For a guy who's anti-woke culture and is a get woke, go broke kind of dude, you sure want to see people canceled, especially people from the LGBTQ community. You don't really seem to like them that much. And I have the receipts right here.
Ooh.
Let's get into that.
You guys have labeled me out of my name, and you've basically bullied me. And
I've said I've bullied you before. Wow, I thought you were so tough, and I don't care about bullies. I don't care about this. You woke, you politically correct woke cocks. But let's see what Mr. Anti-Cancel Culture is really about. Here are his tweets. Now, again, I may have mentioned this before. If I didn't, he actually commented on my Twitter video, and this is what Tipster put up. Quantum TV is actually in R2's comments, threatening to take legal action against him, too. This dude is on a mission to his career at this point, lol. And yeah, you didn't bother listening to the full videos. You're just using influence to try to ruin my reputation. Why do I care about your reputation, dude? I don't care if you...
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, if you say some dumb ass shit and you said some shit that you shouldn't have said, and you're being an extreme bigot and you're being an extreme asshole, who cares about your reputation? You destroy your reputation. That's on you. That's not on anyone else. You're just basically saying, don't do this to me because, just because. I'm a bigot, I'm a homophobe, but just don't do this to me, man. Don't do this to me. This is not fair. This is not fair. Well, you shouldn't have commented that. You shouldn't have commented that in the past. It is what it is, man. I don't like cancel culture. But when it comes to this type of dude that has done this a few months ago and that has done this for years already, that just shows you that this person hasn't changed. So in this case, it's not that we're looking back years and years before to see what he has said before. No, he has been doing this for the longest time, and he's trying to hide what he has said because now he's getting exposed by bigger YouTubers like Rich from UTech USA. That's why.
We had 1 million subs tomorrow. I don't want to ruin anybody, but yeah, I'm a commentator on YouTube, and when people do stuff positive or negative, and I think it's interesting, I'll talk about it. And yesterday you blew it.
You blew it.
To say I false flag is defamatory, but you did. Here's literally you in your own video proving it, that you flagged Mischief's video. Take a look.
Oh my god.
And at this point, I'm going to look at my options against you. Gee, I wonder what that means. You're going to try to take legal action against me, dude? Because you're literally using your influence to cause damage on false allegations.
Let me see. There's one good comment that I just saw here. I hate Nintendo, not the console, but the company. Yeah, me too. Just like I hate Microsoft and I hate Sony as a company because they have done some like fucked up shit. But the stuff they produce, like consoles or certain movies, yeah, I don't hate them. I hate Disney because of fucked up shit they have done, but there's certain properties that they have done, like the Marvel Cinematic Universe, like some of the Disney movies that they make, the Pixar movies. I like them. I like certain things that they come out from them. So it's okay to hate the people behind the companies, but it's okay to like certain properties that are made from it. So, that's not bad. That's understandable, my guy, because I don't really agree with Angry Joe's on part 2, but putting it on the worst list is just overkill. Yeah, he just did it for the people that hate The Last of Us 2, that's for sure. That was amazing, Lucas. What do you mean? This is what I hate about these type of people talking a lot of shit and racist things on games, movies, etc. But when getting a lot of hate, they start to clarify it a few days later. What a pathetic way. They don't just start to clarify it. They start saying, oh, you just took it out of context, man. You took it out, just like Ryan Kendall. You took it out of context. Like, you took it out of context. What I said, I was talking about what's happening in Hollywood and all these things. I'm like, yeah, even with the context added, it did sound borderline racist. I'm sorry, but with the context, it doesn't help. It doesn't help because it just makes you look like somebody that is looking for those things instead of just actually enjoying the movie. You sit down and you're like, oh, there's a black person. Oh, I have an issue with that. You're looking for those issues. It's not that they just pop out and they're on your nose. You're looking for those issues. That's the thing. And that's the problem.
Man, he is really ready to just, for a guy who's so tough and he has sex and he's a real man, he's looking to get people canceled. As a matter of fact, if you're in the LGBTQ plus community, he doesn't even want you alive.
Woo! Time to get into the saucy stuff.
Oh, you think I'm kidding? Here are some of his multiple tweets that he's put out before. Here we go. This is to real Donald Trump when he was on Twitter. Gay marriage needs to be shut down. Give them the rights they seek, but give us back our religious freedom. Marriage is not a gay right. It is a religious practice, joining two faithful people into one flesh under God for the family.
Okay. What do you got? Okay. All right. This is where I'll talk, right? I grew up as a Christian. I grew up in a more conservative mindset, right? And in the Bible, right? At least in the Bible that, I read, or in the Bible that most Christians read, if you're practicing, let's say you're a gay person, you're a lesbian, it's considered a sin, right? So he's probably a religious person. That's why he is saying this. Now, this is the thing. Even in the Bible, it says to respect people who don't follow your beliefs, who don't follow your lifestyle, who don't follow you. Why are you so fucking concerned with people just having the freedom of getting married? Yes, if you do it on a church that believes that gay marriage is a sin, then it won't happen in that church, but it will happen somewhere else. Marriage is not just religious. It's a celebration of two people that love each other. It's not always religious, because you're going to tell me that back in the day that people only did it for religious reasons? No, that's not the case, man. That's never been the case. Yes, Yes, in the Bible, it's also done for a celebration within God, but other people don't do it that way. Just let people be happy. This guy is literally losing his marbles because he is upset that people that are gay are getting married. Very interesting. Very interesting.
Practice, joining two faithful people into one flesh under God for the family. I'm not done, though. It gets worse. Here's a tweet that Neil Druckmann posted about The Last of Us 2.
About The Last of Us Part 2,
look at
guys.
these two. And this is Lucy O'Brien saying The Last of Us Part 2 church scene behind the scenes. And look what Quantum TV replies with. You have LGBT kissing in church, but we're bigots for rejecting this hateful content. Oh, why aren't you a Pulse victim? Shaking my head. The world would be a better place without you. And someone.
The world will be a better place without you, without all of your gayness. This guy is so triggered that there's gay people alive that he just wants them dead. That's literally what he just said there. If you love God, if you love the Bible, if you're a Christian, you understand. The Bible literally says this. You don't mistreat people. You treat people the way you want to be treated. So even if this person is not following the lifestyle that you have to treat that person the way you want to be treated. Now, do you want to be treated as somebody is going to tell you, I want you dead because you're a Christian? No, of course not. So why are you doing it to other people that don't follow your own beliefs? I'm a Christian. I was born a Christian. I was raised a Christian, but I understood the factor that the Bible is telling you to respect other people's point of views, to respect who they are, to respect. Now, you can tell them, hey, I believe this is a sin, but you shouldn't tell them to kill themselves. Now, of course, I've distanced myself a little bit from, Christianity in the later couple of years. But I still believe that people deserve to be respected no matter what. There's some people in my chat who are saying I'm a Christian, I believe in the Bible, I believe in this, whatever. But my community understands that even though we are different, even though our sexualities might be different, even though we're from different parts of the world, we respect each other no matter what on that aspect. If you're a bad person, I can't respect you for being a person, for being that. But what I mean is, like, if you're a bad person, I won't respect you as a person because you're being a bad person, but I'll respect your lifestyle. You do what you need to do, man. As long as you're not hurting people, as long as you're not hurting me, I respect you and you do what you need to do. But apparently Quantum TV can't do that. He can't. He sees gay people. Oh yeah, you're you're supposed to die. Paul Buck says, I can't believe this guy. Everyone deserves to live, not have stuff like that thrown at them. Remember, people, let's be kind to each other. Yeah, I mean, look, we can ridicule each other, we can make fun of each other, but not tell each other that we deserve to die. Like that's going a little bit too not going a little bit too far. That's going too far. That's going too far. Like we don't have to share the same beliefs. We don't have to share our lifestyles, but just wishing death on people is it's anti-God. Just let me say that out loud. If you believe in God and if you want people to die, that's anti-God, because God doesn't want people to die. Speaking about The Last of Us 2, I don't hate it. Sure, it has some problems or some things. I don't like it. I wish it wasn't there, but aside from that, I still consider The Last of Us 2 a very good game or a great game I ever played. 8 out of 10. Yeah, respectable comment. 100%. All right, let's see what happes.
Someone wrote back, not agreeing with someone and or being angry is one thing. I wasn't okay with it either, why, if it's two consenting adults, why do people... Yeah,
like if two guys like dick, let them like dick. Like if it's consenting, if it's not affecting your life, let them like dick. If they want to suck dick, let them suck dick. What is the fucking problem, dude? Let them do what they want to do in their private life. What does that concern you? Do you want to be part of that? Is that why you're hateful for it? Because you like dick too? No, I'm joking. But it's just dumb at this point, dude. Let people live their lives. Let people live their lives, dude. And I'll repeat it again. Let people live their lives. We deserved at least that basic right to be free and to live our lives.
If whatever people want to do in their bedroom, so long as it's consenting and adults, if it makes them happy, I'm happy for them. I'll never understand why people care. But anyway, but at least this person's like, wishing death upon someone is another story. I seriously question your sanity.
Yep.
And look what Quantum TV writes back, and this is him. They deserve it. The world is better off without them forcing their lifestyle on it.
Again, this guy is wishing death on people that just don't agree with his lifestyle. Yeah, he's a heterosexual man. He said he's married to a woman, right? That's the majority. Of course, we all know that the majority of people in the world are straight. There's a select amount of people who are gay, who are part of the LGBT community, who are trans, who are, whatever they like, right? This is horrible. This right here is horrible. They deserve it. The world is better off without them forcing their lifestyle on it. This is the mindset of some people. This is the mindset also of some people who support these anti-SJWs. They are homophobic. They are transphobic, but they don't want to admit that. No, the game is shit. Why? No, because it's forcing SJW wokeness down our throats. When I hear that, this is what I hear. This is the type of people that I see. This is the type of people that I think about. If all you're talking about The Last of Us Part 2 is that it's SJW nonsense, that is woke nonsense shoved down your throat, this is the type of behavior that I think that you're participating in. Because if that's the only issue you have with the game, you just expose yourself as somebody that just doesn't like anything remotely diverse or anything remotely, gay in or part of LGBT representation in a video game or in a movie. You can say that. But then how does that say that the whole game or the whole story or everything in it is bad? It's just flawed logic at this point. Oh, because as a gay character, no, it's shit. It's sad to see that there's people like this in the world. It is.
They deserve to die. Is what he.
The Crasher said, "Hey man, I just hopped on the stream to wish you all the best in the world. I've watched The Last of Us 2 videos and I'm really enjoy your opinion about the game." Hey man, I appreciate it. I really appreciate your comment there, and hopefully you enjoy more content that I do in the future. Eric says, actually, God wants us to die. That's why we're not immortal. Nah, I mean, the Bible says that the reason why we're immortal is because Adam and Eve disobeyed God by eating the forbidden fruit, and they made themselves imperfect. So God now has to clean the world to the point where we can become perfect again. Now, I'm not going to teach you about the Bible, but that's basically why it was. It's not that he wanted to, it's because we as a human race failed to obey, I would say, and we became imperfect when we were perfect. So I don't know, I would say they did what was pure was not pure anymore because of their disobedience and stuff like that. So the world was affected. I mean, I'm just basing it on what the Bible said. It's not that God created us and wants us to die. He wants us to live. I mean, at least what the Bible says. I don't love The Last of Us 2, but I respect people's opinions and understand why people love the game. Yeah, if I didn't like the game, I would at least respect why people liked it. If I was those people that didn't like it. Darren says, to me, it doesn't matter which video game company is the best. As long as their game entertain me, I'm good and fine with it. Yeah, that's good. Same here.
He's saying, because of their sexuality. But we're not done. Someone saw the trailer for The Last of Us 2 and it wrote, "It took so many exceptional folks from so many disciplines to create this incredible trailer. Games are made by real people. We get up, get dressed, go to work, and sweat the details. We care about what we make, and we do our best to make it well." And Quantum TV wrote back, because he's a quality person, "Absolutely disgusting bigotry against all non-gay gamers." Why? What? People are nuts. Again, this.
So basically what he is saying is that if there's a gay person on a video game, on a movie, that is bigotry against all non-gay people. But for years, so in that logic, that would mean that straight people and white people that have been in movies for the longest time, that is bigotry against black people, against Latino people, against gay people, against people who are trans, against people who don't share the lifestyle of being a straight person. So if that's the logic that he's putting there, that's the logic that we apply on it, on the other way around. So why does he get to have things his way, but not the other way around? Don't you see a little pattern in the way that he's reacting, the way that he acts in his content? That Rich from Review Tech USA, Fritanga, Tipster, me, Mischief, other YouTubers have critiqued this guy, and he has the attitude of, well, I have things my way. I want things my way, and I believe that what I'm saying is true. You, all of you? No. You guys are dumb. That's the attitude he's having here. That is the attitude of a bigot. A bigot is basically somebody that only is like in an echo chamber. They only believe what they believe. It is what it is. And if other people have other points of views, all of you guys are wrong. That's a bigot.
This is Quantum TV. You even have an LGBT profile pic. Who cares? Where's the straight pride flag? Why is one needed?
Mm-hmm.
You disgracefully put your sexuality before gamers. All this did was dive your sales big time. I hope it was worth it, scumbag. Game has sold well over 4 million copies. Quantum.
Well, correction. At that time, the first 3 days sold over 4 million copies. And then, apparently, it was the best-selling game in 2022 for a PlayStation exclusive. There's no numbers yet, but it did sell over Ghost of Tsushima, and at that time, Ghost of Tsushima was almost around 6 million copies, 7 million copies. I really don't remember. And apparently, according to analysts inside, of course, this is not confirmed numbers, The Last of Us is around 8 to 10 million copies by the end or after 2020, and then around 2021, this February, it was around 8 to 10 million copies. So, yes, it is a successful game. Haha. Even with 4 million copies, it's still a successful game. They made their money back around with 4 million copies sold in 3 days, which is fucking insane. I love you, AP. Hey, I appreciate it. Look at the shelves? Huh? Have you ever heard Doki Doki Literature Club, AP? Basically, there is some mod that show us lesbian. Don't know why people complain The Last of Us 2 lesbian not in this DLC mod. If I'm understanding right, there's people that don't like lesbians in The Last of Us Part 2, but they're okay with lesbians in other type of medias, like hot lesbians that scissor each other and that have that are looking hot on it. This is the thing that I don't like about people. They're super hypocritical. If you go to like a porn website and you write lesbian, it's probably one of the most popular types of porn. People love lesbians, like men love like girls kissing and stuff like that, right? But now they have a problem when it's in The Last of Us 2, and because they're not extremely hot and beautiful and blonde and white and have this like amazing body, right? And they don't expose themselves as naked and trip each other, right? I know I'm being extremely graphic right now, but it's hypocritical. People are like, yeah, I don't like gay stuff in my games, but then they're okay watching gay porn or lesbian porn when they go to Pornhub, right? That's okay, right? But not in a game where it's just two people are in love. And then it's not even really the topic of the video game. It's actually more than that. These people, man.
TV did okay. I'm not really a big fan of the Last of Us series. The pacing's too slow for me, but don't worry. You not buying it. Naughty Dog and Sony are doing just fine, bro.
Yep.
Good for you. And
long time ago, bro. Woof. 3 days it took just to make their money back. 3 days. That's insane. 3 days, 4 million copies. Boom. They made their money back. That's fucking insane.
Neil Druckmann just showing a still from The Last of Us 2 saying, just a girl, not a threat. Quantum TV felt he had the right back. Again, you seeing the pattern here? If this was just a one-off thing and he's like, look, I've changed as a person. No. He really is a bigot and a hateful person. Let's continue. He replies to Neil Druckmann, disgusting bigotry divides the community again. Way to go, Neil, you scumbag. Keep your sexuality to yourself. We don't want this in gaming. You just made the list. What does that even mean, dude? Hashtag boycott, hashtag LGBT out of the, or LGBT of us. The list, and then you're wishing death on the LGBTQ community, and you're worrying about other people destroying your YouTube career? Nah, I think you're going to do that yourself, Chief. And it keeps going and going and going. Here is another one. Naughty Dog up on stage. The Vulcan salute, and Shannon Woodward joined the gang to talk about Ellie and Dina and shooting our demo cinematic from last night's gameplay reveal. Quantum TV writes back, absolute hatred for straight people at E3 from Naughty Dog. Disgusting way to divide gamers. Keep your sexuality to yourself. And I'm not done. I'm not done. There's one more here. I'm sure there's plenty more, but we're just gonna
there's plenty more, and I'm gonna expose more of that.
Go with this. And now he also, he's also seems like he's a racist too. Bandai Namco, just to clarify, My Hero One's Justice will have Japanese voiceover with English, French, Italian, German, and Spanish subtitles. The game will not be dubbed, which, quite honestly, I kind of prefer. I think that the original actors always sound better than voiceover dubs, but
that is true.
What Quantum TV wrote back, just to clarify, nobody wants your Japanese version in America. We have our own version of this show. That is why I pulled my pre-order. It's not a U.S. release without English audio. Dumb move.
All right, there was somebody that was saying here, Darren says, you haven't answered this. AP Nerds, have you ever heard that Doki Doki Literature is basically a visual novel game made by Team Salva? No, I haven't seen it. Can you send it? If you have access, everyone who hasn't joined my Discord server, go down in the link in the description down below of the stream. There's a link where you can go into my Discord server. It's free. You can join and you can speak to me there directly. Come down to my Discord server and send me everything that you want to send me. Go there and we can talk. I have a little community in the Discord server. Everyone on the chat who hasn't joined the Discord server, come down to my Discord server in the description down below, and that's where we can talk. It's for free. You guys can literally talk to me. So let's do that. In my opinion, you deserve immortality, AP, and all the beautiful people who are your fans and support you. I really appreciate it, Marcel. I really do. Thank you so much for the beautiful message. No. He didn't just attack My Hero Academia over voice acting. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
And there's other stuff too out there too. He attacks other TV reviewers. He is a homophobic bigot that seems like he's a racist as well. And anybody who disagrees with this guy, he goes after and tries to shut down their videos and essentially hurt their careers and channels.
Yep, and that's basically it. So we're going to stop that video because that's all that is said. And now we're going to go to more for what he has done in the past. So let me see. All right. So look at this. This is him. Quantum TV blog. Just because I just can't just let them take because I just can't just God damn, this guy just doesn't know how to write, man. Let them take my channel without a fight. The Last of Us 2 uncensored reaction, right? This is him reacting to it being, LGBT. I have been banned from YouTube for 2 weeks. Look at this. This is insane. This man was banned out of YouTube. This is him probably on his Facebook blog. This was him back in 2018. I have been banned from YouTube for 2 weeks. Come to Quantum's controller crops to watch videos until time runs out. Snowflakes won't win this one. The LGBT of us, where he's talking ill about basically the LGBT. Where he's talking ill about the LGBT community. The gay agenda in the new Spider-Man. Scratch my head. Anything that has LGBT, he just loses his mind. Down here, look at this one. Am I really a homophobe, afraid of gay people? Or do I just want equality for straight men and women? Dude, we already have kind of equality for straight men and women. We have rights for straight men and women. What LGBT people don't have is the state of mind that they can just be themselves and have the rights. Because sometimes there was a point in time where gay people couldn't get married. So... wow, so not only did they put a mandatory LGBT flags in, but so Illuminati symbolism. it's not conspiracy when this symbol keeps popping. So this is basically what he does on his blog, right? Here comes again. More videos this week. So many heterophobic individuals show themselves today. I spread the word quantum whatever is. Look at this. This is where he admits it. Quantum apotheosis, I think that's how you say it, is anti-gay. So he's admitting that he's anti-gay. I'm not sorry. Going forward, I will continue saying things just like this. I hope to get rid of all the scumbags demanding my submission to liberal ideals. I'm anti-gay. That's what he said. I'm anti-gay. And that's no surprise when he goes and says, all these people deserve to die. Am I a bigot? Yes, you are a bigot. More of here. All right, there's nothing more. Give me 1 second. All right. That's literally what this guy is. A fucking homophobe, my guy. He's anti-gay, literally an anti-gay. Now, you can be a person that doesn't support the lifestyle, right? But you shouldn't be anti-people, my guy. And this guy just literally said, yeah, I'm anti-that, 100%. Like, he's admitting it. You know what? I wish all these people die. That's the type of person we're dealing with, my guys. That's the type of person we're dealing with. And that's him, man. That's him being an extreme homophobe for The Last of Us 2, man. And that's what's insane. That people like this just are on the internet and gain not popularity, but gain an audience where they can be like that. And it's really sad that that's the case. Let me see. Raphael, don't watch that show, but all right, let's see. That guy is going to burn when it comes to time. All right, so that's basically it, guys. That's literally what has happened with it. Let's see if there's other videos about Quantum TV being a fucking homophobe. Let's see if there's anything more that he has done. Oh, wait. I actually wanted to show you guys on Twitter one of the messages that I had with Mischief. So this is where I want to show you, right? So I asked him if he wanted to come to the stream to see if just to interview him and just to let him know how he feels. So these are the questions that I asked him, because he said that he wouldn't be able to, but I could ask certain questions. This is the YouTuber here that was trying to be copyright strike by this asshole right here. So this is what this is one of the questions that I said, right? How did it make you feel that a video you made was in complete fair use and this idiot came to try and abuse the system to scare you? So he responded with, honestly, I'm used to this stuff now. Isn't the first time that happened. The second question I said was, what goes through your head when you see someone doing something illegal like falsely copyright striking others? And he quadruples down on trying to prove his dumb points. And he said, this guy's a dumbass, right? The third question I said, how did it feel that the YouTube community came running to help you and expose this motherfucker out for his antics? Retech USA, for Tanga, oh no, it's Alex, etc. He said, feels great. It's always nice to see the community come together to call out toxic channels who abuse the copyright system, along with being homophobic, COVID deniers, and the list goes on. The fourth one was, if you know of Quantum TV wishing death on LGBT people and even attacking them on his own website, what are your thoughts on that? He is a piece of shit and he was not hacked. Also clearly still holds those views as blog was made a mere months ago, which is insane. It wasn't just that the 2018 tweets were just at that time. He made these comments about being anti-gay a few months ago. And he's giving me the proof, so I'm going to show it to you guys right now. Proof of him not being hacked. Quantum TV never mentioned that the account's being hacked before, making his response only refer to it being accounts he simply hasn't used in a while. And I don't think he intentionally spread misinformation about Elden Ring. I think he's just brain dead at this point, not going to lie. All right. So this is the proof The proof that it was a few months ago that he did. And not just that, that this man, because this is the other video that I'm going to say. Well, I'm not going to show it because you guys can see it for yourselves. But he said that he was hacked. That the Twitter, that all those things that you saw on Twitter, that apparently was hacked. That apparently it wasn't him. It was somebody else. Right? Now, if that's the case, that his Twitter was hacked, why didn't he delete those tweets? Why didn't he delete it back in 2018 or whenever he got back access for his account? Why didn't he delete it? I don't understand. I personally don't understand. Let's say if I did some dumb shit, I said some dumb shit, and I changed as a person, I'll delete that because it's not good to have it out there. But he did not delete it. He did not delete it because he knows 100% that he believed that. And he doesn't just believe what he says. He's just deleting it right now because he doesn't want to get a bad rep, because he knows what he is saying is bad. And he knows that the community, that YouTube community, is not going to support that. And he doesn't want it to be exposed as that. And he knows that he could lose followers for that. He knows that he could lose people for that. That's why he's losing his mind. That's why he's not saying, oh no, I got hacked. Liar. How can we prove that? Look what he said here. This is this Discord server right here. This was a few months ago. March. Oh, it wasn't just a few months ago. It wasn't just a few months ago. It was this month. Look at this. Yes, sir. Same here. Thank you, bro. These Elden Ring trolls go bashing my opinion to digging on Twitter, which I haven't used in ages. For y'all, I'll explain the reason and you want to. So this guy apparently hasn't used Twitter in so long, right? Where it here says that he was hacked, right? Think to yourselves, if he was hacked and he had no access to it, he would have said that here. Yeah, I got hacked. This is not what I used, right? No, but I haven't used, because they're digging on Twitter that I haven't used in so many years. I'll just say that I got hacked. And that's it. That will fix my problems. My guy, you're literally exposing yourself that you were not hacked. You could have said it there. You could have said that you were hacked, but you were not. You just said that you just didn't use the Twitter for a long time. That's it. But you did. You did use it at that time. You could have specified in your Discord server that you were hacked and that you don't believe in those things. But the things that you post on Facebook, that was just a few months ago. And you just expose yourself as that. You're literally trying to convince the world, to convince the community that you got hacked and that you don't believe those things. My guy, you're exposed as that. No wonder you have the attitude that you have. No wonder. Let me see. Yeah, that's basically it for him, man. That is what's insane, man. What do you guys think about it? I want to get calls. If you guys want to join my Discord server, and we'll get some calls in, because I want to see what you guys are saying. What you guys think about this guy. Please come to the Discord server and let's just talk for a bit while I look for other stuff in the meantime. What do you think about Cyberpunk 2077? For me, it's still not worth it. It needs more fixes and improvements. I will buy it once I could afford PS5, but even then, I'm still waiting for the PS5 price drop. That's not gonna happen for any time soon, my guy. The fixes end for a PS5 to be available. Like, I swear, it's insane to get those fucking consoles. Pray to Mischief. Hopefully he's fine. We'll see if we touch bases later in the future. Probably after this, I'll just go and keep up with Attack on Titans. Ooh, I have to pick up on that. I'm not allowed to play Cyberpunk for obvious reasons. Ooh. All right. If anybody wants to call on the Discord server, come to my Discord server. It's for free. And we'll talk. Send me a message if you want to talk. It's just gonna be like every time you guys talk, it's like 1 or 2 minutes. And then we'll get there. All right. Text me on the side, or say on the Discord chat that you're waiting on the lobby to speak, because I want to see. What do you think about the Uncharted movie? I haven't done that yet. I haven't seen it yet, but I'll have to see. All right, send me a direct chat, and I'll call you directly. Okay, I'll call you directly. Or not? Yeah. I'll do that. Let me see if I can if the chat can hear still. Hopefully they can. Let's keep it there.
Hello?
All right.
Hello?
Hey, what's up, guys? Let me see if the chat can hear it. Chat can. All right, you guys talk, and let's see if we can hear it.
Hello.
All right, cool. Yeah. I think the chat can hear it. Okay, cool. All right, what do you guys think
Okay,
about?
cool.
What do you guys think about this situation? You guys have the platform. You guys can talk for a minute, and we'll get from there. What's up? What do you guys think about this asshole?
I just think he's full of shit.
All right, but yeah. All right, tell me. What do you think about him then? Like, why do you think he's full of shit? Like, I don't know, man. Like, just give me
He's a
some.
homophobic prick. That's why.
What?
Honestly, if you
Just
don't want
wishing
to
death on people sending death threats left and right like it's a regular Wednesday afternoon.
Yeah, what the?
No, you know what really makes me. You know what really is like kind of funny. Like
What is
like
it?
like he's a black guy, right? Like he has to understand. He has to understand that, like, dude, like you being racist is literally going to damage not just your reputation, not just your reputation, but like reputation of like also your community. Like, you gotta understand, you guys are being like completely like, there's people in
Yeah.
America that are racist against your kind, against my kind who are Latino, against Asian people. Like, you're not the type of person that are supposed to act this way, and you can 100% understand, like, see in his actions, the way he acts, that he is probably one of those extreme conservatives. Like, and being a conservative by, like, as an ideology is not a bad thing, but when you're just too extreme to the point where you're wishing death on people who don't agree with your own lifestyle, my guy, you have to check yourself. Like, that's insane.
At this point, kindergartners are more grown up than him.
Check yourself. before
What's
you wreck
so
yourself.
for me? What's so cringy is AP is 23, so you're 23, and this guy's probably older, and you have much more common sense than he has.
I do.
Like-
I'm 14.
Like, I just don't. He's probably older than AP because AP is 23 years old, and you have much more common sense than him. Like, literally much more common sense. No, you actually a full adult than most of the people I see on Twitter, on YouTube, comments hating The Last of Us Part 2, an example, and then like that, and it's just shocking to me. How can someone think like this? Than like Quantum TV. I just never get it. Like,
Yeah, it's sad to see people like this, man. And there was also one person, I think it was.
what you have to learn about this is that if you don't want to be treated like that, then don't treat other people like that. So
Yeah.
if you want to do something about some bad things about somebody, like death threats, then don't be like, I want to happen, because you don't want to happen to yourself too. Like, you
Yeah.
have to learn that, that karma exists, and karma is a bitch.
Yeah, I mean,
Sorry, but karma is
getting amen.
karma is a bitch.
even
You'll
even the Bible says, like, treat people how you want to be treated, right? So, like, how, like, this is the thing, we all understand the internet is filled with deep shits. We all understand that these people aren't right in the head, and if we really want to be like cruel, like, there's people that just don't have good families, that are born and raised in toxic environments.
For example,
and
I believe that God, like, religion,
Mhm.
can't interact with this world. Like, that luck is not based on what God wants you to have to happen to you. Like I believe that God does can't interact with this world. He can only interact with the afterlife. You know, that's hell or heaven.
Okay. I
Yeah, and eh, sorry, only and also in the Bible, didn't it say that Jesus loves everyone no matter what? Suck it, homophobic Christians. I know. Oh,
Just like in Outlast 2. God, pray and hold fast. God loves you. But this has nothing. Sorry, this has nothing to do with that. Sorry.
Yeah, like God. I mean, if we really think about it, like, look, the Bible, at least what most Christians use, right? Yeah, homosexuality is considered, in the Bible as a sin, but even in the Bible, it says that God loves everyone. That includes people who sin, and all of us, sin, right? So, even though, let's say, Christians, and let's say, just to put it out there, let's say the Bible that Christians use, right, is the correct one. Let's say that's the one that is for real, right? And even its own book, it says it loves people even though it doesn't agree with your lifestyle. He loves you no matter what, man. Like, it is what
yeah.
it is, right? So let's say in the future, whatever happens to these people, okay, fine, right? But still, he loves you. And he doesn't want you to die. He doesn't want you to suffer. And the problem is that, not the problem, but Christians are always taught, right? You got to respect people. You got to treat people how you want to be treated. But that's what some Christians don't understand, and they don't do. Like, they hear that, but they don't actually apply that into their lives. And that's a problem that I have. Like, it's extremely hypocritical, and it literally feels like the information comes from one year and it goes to the other year. And, like, for example, look at this guy right here. Like, you can
My
assume
mom is hypocritical.
you can assume, like, this guy could be Christian because when the way he speaks is a little bit too extreme on that. And Samuel Tankos, I don't know if this is true, but this is what he said on Twitter, right? What he responded to me saying, I saw this man video on Horizon Forbidden West. We'll probably look into that to see if it's true. He literally complained how there were too many black people in the game and that Sony has a BLM agenda. Okay, and there's the funny thing. A black guy like him is saying that.
He don't got no brain cells.
Explain that to me, man.
Yeah, he must have smoked too much
chromosomes.
salt and sucked all his brain cells out or something.
Now, because we are talking about religion, I have heard in real life, both in video games and movies, that both in video games and movies, that karma is a bitch. So now, if religion is indeed in it, then I heard. I don't want to spoil it because when we were talking about the Outlast trials, I asked AP in here Discord that he's going when we get closer to that game's release date, he's gonna play Outlast 1, Outlast with Cerebral, Outlast 2 on stream, right?
Yeah.
He's gonna and in Outlast 2, have the solution, and the protagonist in his childhood, in a Catholic, he went to a Catholic school. That was his job, and his one of his teachers told him that shame is a gift from God to prove you right from wrong.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I mean, I could agree with that because I can agree with that because at least me growing up, like,
because the problem, sorry for talking about
no,
Outlast
you
2,
go, you go.
It reminds me because of that game, these religious things, because that game is heavily involved in religion. These psychopathic villagers that were religious. It's something I don't want to spoil anything about the game. You have to play it yourself. That's it.
Yeah, that's fine. No, I mean, this is the thing. Like, I believe,
played
like,
a-
like if you, let's say you believe in God, right? Because there's people that don't believe, but, like, let's say you do believe in God. At least for what I've at least what I grown up with in thinking is, like, I just think God gave you a conscience with that. Like, the conscience is basically that you just described. It tells you what is right and wrong, and it makes you understand, like, I could do this, I could not do this. Like, for example, like, even if you're not taught morals about, like, how to treat people, like, you're not supposed to hit or mistreat people, you're not supposed to make them feel bad. Even if you're not shown that, like, if you're not taught that as a young kid, you inside your brain, like if you feel like something is wrong, like you treating somebody wrong is bad, then that's your conscience talking about you. You don't even have to be taught that. You already, like inside of you, you already understand that. And I feel like for me, at least, I like to say that God gave me that ability to understand that I shouldn't be treating people wrong, or I shouldn't do certain things. Like my body, my mind already knows without even me knowing that something is wrong. If something just feels wrong, it's wrong, you know? And I guess that's what I'm trying to say. But yeah, is there anything else you guys want to say about Mr. Quantum TV here?
Oh yeah, when I typed
You know,
in chat, when I typed in chat, I meant to say that when his time comes, he is so good.
Are we allowed to talk about something else after we're done with him in this chat?
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
or are you busy, AP, after this?
No, I got like, let me see, I got like 30 more minutes before I gotta do some stuff with my family. We'll probably react to another video, and then after that I'm done. But
Speaking of your family, you want to hear? Look, speaking of your family, I'm not trying to be rude,
mhm.
but
what the fuck you talking
let me just say something that will feel very nostalgic from when I last talked to AP on the stream. Go
Oh,
fuck
God.
your family.
Wait, wait. Can you repeat that again? I didn't hear.
No shit.
I said the words "go fuck your family."
Oh my
I said
god.
that.
No, it's fine,
You
bro.
just had to bring that bullshit up. Go fuck your family.
that sounds a little bit wrong.
It do.
It does feel wrong. All right. Let me see. I don't know if there's anything else that I'm gonna talk about this guy, because I already covered everything I wanted to talk about this absolute joke of a man.
He seems like the type of person that would try to pull the race card on anyone who tries to freaking actually defend himself against him.
No, this guy is literally the type of guy who is like, he's extremely conservative. So like he tap dances for the white conservative, and then on top of that, like he doesn't just tap dance for them. When he's being attacked, then he starts doing like some lefty tactics, which is like, oh, you're doing that because I'm black. I'm like, what? Wait, what? Like, please, man, choose a side.
Just like Ryan Kennel. Like, I
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
realize.
And
like,
then
when Ryan,
people would be surprised after a black guy having behavior like this. Why is there so much racism in America? Like, about black people. And then I meant whatever.
black 14-year-old.
Look, this is the thing, man. I do believe this, at least in I believe that there's a lot of racism here in America because there's people on both sides that don't do enough. I don't believe that the Democrat Party really does enough. I feel like they're racist as well. Like they are, for me,
Okay.
both sides, the left and the right. And I don't like putting politics into stuff, but both of them are hypocriticals. Both of them, both of them don't really care about anyone else. They don't really care about black people. They don't care about Latino people. All they care about is a vote. All they care about is to grab your vote. And all they do is manipulate you and promise you certain things, but then they don't deliver. And I feel like that's probably the same type of racism as somebody literally calling you the N-word, because somebody is calling you the N-word, let's say as a black person, and then right, and then you have the left who are acting like they care for you, but they leave you out to dry. You know, they actually act like they care about you, but they leave you out to dry. Now, I'm not saying which one is worse, but both of them are, for me, equally worse, because they're literally treating you like nothing. They're treating you as a vote. They're not really caring for you. And I hate that, man, because I really wish people would just wake up to the reality that politicians don't care about you. So the reason that we're so fixated on politics, on people who are trying to take power, you know, in America, that they make these people like they're gods. You know, they treat Donald Trump, they treat Joe Biden, they treat all these people like fucking gods, when in reality they just don't give a shit about you, man. They just don't.
Yeah, see, that's why I'm neutral, because Politics doesn't do nothing but divide people.
Yep. Exactly.
And
And now more
yeah,
than ever.
and people, racist people only like Trump just because he's racist. They don't even care or give a shit about anything he has done. He's racist against black people, and that's all they pretty much need to know, even despite him mostly hating Mexicans.
No,
And
and the thing about Donald Trump is like, this is the funny part about it. And I know some people, you know, they hate Donald Trump. I don't, it's not that I hate him, but I don't like him. I'm just in the middle ground. Like, I'm not the type of person that gets filled in with what the left is saying about him or what the right is saying about him. I don't like Donald Trump, but of course there's a lot of misinformation spread about him. There's certain things that I feel like he says that is just extremely dumb. But I feel like he also does and says certain things and is racist for the conservatives. Because before, if you guys knew, this man, he used to be a lefty. He used to be a Democrat. And the way he acts sometimes with accepting, you know, let's say, you know, gay people or trans people inside the conservative party when he was president, that was a little bit too much for the conservative party. But because he was Trump, okay, let's just follow him. And now they have like this little dilemma where they're like, oh, now we hate gay people, but there's gay people who are conservative, so what do we do now? It's so funny to see. I love the chaos that is happening right now because both sides are just absolutely going bananas on each other, and all of us in the middle are like, wow, you guys are literally self-destructing yourselves. It's insane to watch. It's fucking insane to watch. It's insane. And I just feel like I really just feel like Trump just came into presidency, destroyed politics forever, because I feel like he made it a mess on purpose. And he just left. It's like, you know what? I'll leave you guys to fight for each other and just show your hypocrisy. It's insane, bro. I love it.
He didn't do anything to help the pandemic, probably because it was killing a lot of Mexicans. That's mostly why. And can't talk about two things that's unrelated to that. One, Ryan Kennel, when he first said a Catwoman was black, I was like, really? So I watched the trailers of the Batman, and I was like, Catwoman doesn't look black. Then I found out the actor was mixed race. I'm like,
you guys want to know what's an interesting thing about Catwoman as a character in the comics? Catwoman as a character and in her race, she is a Latina and she is white. So she's mixed race, right? So she looks a little bit dark in the comics. So if you look up, I don't know if you guys are seeing my stream right now, either on your phone or your laptop or whatever. I'm writing right now Catwoman ethnicity, and you're going to see what's going to pop up. Ethnicity. Wait, race.
and also can I put my thumbnail in the chat and tell me what you think about it.
Yeah, I can do that. 1 second. All right, so look at this one. So Selena Kyle is an African American. This is in the year Batman in year 1. So this is another universe. So if we look up what is her actual ethnicity in the actual comics, she is. So look at this one. Not only does this make, this tragedy leads Selena in her pursuit of her early career at Gotham. Not only does this make Selena Kyle Latin American, but an Irish American as well. She is half Cuban, right? This is not what it says here, but she's half Cuban, half Irish or white. So she's always been like in different comics and in the past and in movies, she's been always diverse in race. So either she's white in one, either she is black in one, either she's mixed race in one, either she's Latina in one. It really doesn't fucking matter. And look at this one right here. These are old cartoons. I don't know if you guys are seeing, but these are fucking old cartoons. Do you see her looking white? No. Like you see her being...
Your face cam is blocking it.
Yeah, your face cam's covering it.
Yeah, I know, but if you're seeing like the color and the race, right here, for example, she doesn't look, especially white. She looks mostly mixed race, right? If you see it here, she looks mixed race.
Yeah.
If even Haley Berry,
that's gonna trigger Ryan Kino. Sorry.
Yeah, even
Halle Berry and Zoe Kravitz.
Yeah, like she is known as black, and then you have Anne Hathaway, who was white. So Selena Kyle has always been portrayed with different races and different comics, movies, interpretations. So why are we now having a problem with Zoe Kravitz as Catwoman if Catwoman as a character has always been racially ambiguous? like in one
But
comic
He
book
just said
she's white.
Michelle Pfeiffer.
not
Catwoman
just that,
and
Black
Batman's love
Spider-Man
for
wasn't a
Christopher
problem.
Lloyd.
Black Spider-Man
Michelle
wasn't a
Pfeiffer was
problem,
white.
but a side character in God of War Ragnarok is a problem because
Catwoman and
Angry Boda is black, and that's a problem. But Black Spider-Man is not a problem at all. But why?
yeah,
Why is a side character for God of War Ragnarok is a problem if a Black Spider-Man wasn't a problem? Like I just don't get it. There are just too many fanboys that are blind to the actual, like I just don't know what to say about.
No, and one of the
Mm.
one of the things that I'm actually seeing, that's coming out lately
Okay.
is like for example, the problem with what was it called? Before it wasn't a problem, but now it's apparently a problem. Look at Miles Morales. Miles Morales is half Latino, half black in as Spider-Man, right? And I was seeing one of these anti-SJWs making an argument that making him black as Spider-Man is just a way to to be lazy. So if you have a black Spider-Man now or a Latino Spider-Man, for example, there's an actual full Latino Spider-Man in Spider-Man 2099, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's how you say it. There's different Spider-Mans from different races now, and apparently that is bad because that's lazy. But in reality, to make those characters actually stay popular, you have to make double, even triple the work to make them work. Because people already associate Spider-Man as Peter Parker, as somebody not white, but they just see Peter Parker as Peter Parker, right? And then now you have to introduce a completely different character. You have Miles Morales. You have to make him interesting, right? Enough for him to survive as a character. If not, they just kill him off or they just never touch him again, right? For me, that's a challenge. Now, it's probably not as big as a challenge as making your own black character or Latino character from scratch, but that's why we have multiverses. That's why we have different points of views. That's why the multiverse exists, because there's an excuse to make different characters. Why is that bad? It's always, representation is good. People feel when they see a black character on screen, they're like, oh, I can identify with this hero. Or a Mexican, or for example, me, I'm half Dominican, and I see let's say a Latino superhero. I'm like, oh, that's cool. Like, it's look at the food he eats. It's probably the same thing that I eat, right? And I have friends that are Mexican, that are Peruvian, that are Colombian, and I know about their culture, about their foods, and the way they act and the way they talk. And when I see that on screen, I feel identified. And that's okay. I mean, I don't think that's the only thing I should feel. I want a good story and a good character, but why should that be a problem that these people, are more diverse and that we have different cultures showing on screen? And that what comes to my mind is that there's just people that are fragile. There's white people. It's not all of them. There's specific. There's an amount, an X amount of white people that have a problem because now, media itself is not white anymore. Now it's a little bit more diverse, and they're feeling like they're just going to be pushed aside when that's not the case. It's just that all of us are going to blend together and have the same type of opportunities and spotlight. You had your spotlight for 100 years. Now it's time to make it a little bit more diverse, and everyone, including white people, including black people, including Latinos, including Asians, including whatever race, now can have a fair chance in a spotlight. So why is that a problem? And for me, it just shows the fragility of some people who are on that side, who just want everything to be white and feel like they're being replaced, when that's just not the case. That's at least
the
what I
last
feel.
of Us HBO show, Maria, a black woman is gonna play Maria. The Last of Us.
Yeah.
The Last of Us HBO show.
Cool.
Is that a problem?
No.
No.
Of course
That's
not.
not a problem at all.
Of course not. I mean,
yeah.
The problem is a lot of people don't get the meaning of woke. The problem is that when they see a black person in a movie or a game, they instantly call that woke. It's not woke. It's just a different race. There's nothing wrong.
Woke
I
is
wanna hear something.
Woke is
yeah, go for it.
intention against, no, not intention. It's rising against injustice or racism in society.
Yeah,
Or
another definition of woke is literally to be aware or actively attentive of important issues that are happening in the world. So, for example, and this is because I like to be fair. White people are getting attacked sometimes unnecessarily because of things that have happened in the past, right? Black people are being attacked because they are calling out some of the issues systemically that are happening and that certain white people don't want to listen. That is being woke. You know that Ryan Kendall, The Quartering, and Geeks and Gamers, they're being woke because they're being aware and actively attentive of important facts and issues that are happening. They're being woke too. So what they're doing bad? No.
Probably part Irish.
Wait, what?
They're more woke than the game.
Bro, they're literally more woke than the woke people. Yeah, exactly. Because they're the only ones who are
Yes.
making like content every single day, trying to own or trying to make fun of people. And what they have done, and what they have successfully done, is that they have associated the word woke with something bad. When in reality, being woke is not bad. Now, if you're just being woke and you're not, you know, putting facts out there, if you're just doing it for those reasons, but not actually wanting actual change, then you're wrong. You're supposed, if you're gonna be woke, like do it well.
That's what they do since the beginning of their career. Cash grab content.
Mm-hmm.
Literally cash grab content. Talking bullshit, but not actually telling the reason why it's woke or why it's SJW. You know, like with The Last of Us Part 2.
Because the thing is that they just can't explain it, and the problem is that this is what people have to realize.
This is what I call cash grab content.
What they make is easy content that just tells you buzzwords that tickle your mind, and you're like, ooh, this is woke, okay, now I'm gonna hate on it. That's all they do. It's literally, hey, this is woke, and because I say this is woke, when I'm saying it's woke, it's bad. So The Last of Us 2, oh, it's woke, it's SJW nonsense, it has identity politics. Okay, explain it to me. How does this have identity politics?
Explain it.
What is this? What is this pushing on you? Silence.
Because of a
Yeah,
fake.
The
no,
only
no,
thing
no,
they can
no,
bring
right,
up is the
right,
LGBT representation.
Oh yeah, because the
Right,
thing
I'm
is that
gonna go on Metacritic.
they're
Okay.
forcing LGBT stuff on us. That is woke.
Oh.
That is bad. Okay, how are they forcing it on you? Well, because the thing is that they're focusing on that. Like that's their promotion. That's what they're focusing on. And I'm like, okay, tell me how are they focusing on it? I've seen so many
Last of Us
comments.
2 never screamed woke.
I've asked in my comment section all the time when I receive,
Yeah.
oh, this game is woke. You're a woke supporter. I'm like, okay,
You're just a shill fanboy, you're a soy boy, you're a woke trash guy.
Can you please explain?
I always say, please explain. Please just explain to
Please
me. I want to
explain.
know.
Be specific. Be
I
specific.
just want to know a different perspective. Why is that?
Yeah, they're quiet. Like oh man, it sounds like it's like when you go into a room and there's nothing. Like there's nothing around it. There's nothing you can hear. It's just you're thinking in your own thoughts. You're like, it's that quiet. That's how quiet the comment section goes when I ask, can you please explain? And if they do explain, this is what they come up with. Yeah, because the thing is that, and this is literally what somebody once said.
Abby is trans.
The-
Abby is
the-
trans because that's what, you know.
No, they're like, yeah, this is woke because they're pushing on unrealistic woman body types, and what they're doing is that they're pushing gay stuff on top of you. I'm like, okay. How are they pushing gay stuff? They're just showing it. That's it. They're not telling you this is what you should do with your life. This is what you should be aware of. No, this is just a character. This is just a character trait. That's it. Okay. And they're like, okay, the other reason why it's woke is because they're pushing this lifestyle on the game, and we didn't see that in the first game. I'm like, did you see that Ellie was gay in the DLC? Did you see that Bill was gay in the actual game? Did you see that there were certain things in these games that, yeah, they didn't say it. The game, even The Last of Us 2, it doesn't say that there's certain people that are gay. They just show it. And they do it in a subtle way. It's just that right now you're seeing two women kiss for the first time in The Last of Us series. That's it. That's woke right there? No, it's not.
No.
What are they pushing on you? How is two women kissing showing that they're aware and actively attentive of important facts and issues in society? How is that? Please tell me.
Exactly. They're just looking for reasons to hate on The Last of Us Part 2. And honestly, you called it, y'all. People are just hypocritical. Okay, I think Caden's at one point pointed out that you can kill dogs in Red Dead Redemption 2. Naughty Dog did the same thing in The Last of Us Part 2, and all of a sudden it's a problem.
Yeah, and that's the thing is that people look for outrage No, people
Yeah.
people look to be outraged because they want to
People
be proven right.
Well, I think that The
people
Last of Us
typically
Part Two
love just
is a
find things to be
is
outraged
a ma-
for.
listen. This is a very unpopular opinion. This is gonna be a very controversial opinion.
Mm.
Last of Us 2 has the best story in video game history. Anyone that gamers were just too dumb to understand the game. That it like if you don't like it, then take my middle finger. Like I'm just joking. I'm
Well,
just joking.
Well, for
You know,
me,
I think
okay.
I think the game is a masterpiece. I think one of the
Can I
best
talk?
games of all time.
yeah,
Yes.
go for it, go for it.
Go
Okay.
for it.
Sorry.
Okay. Oh, no, no problem. No problem. Okay. The story of The Last of Us, a middle-aged man and this girl go on a perilous journey and they form a father and daughter bond. See, the people just wanted another The Last of Us story.
Yeah, I
One
mean,
is the same thing. One
it-
of the same
Exactly.
I mean,
exact thing.
to be fair, it was it was a little bit promoted as that. It's like, oh, it
Yeah.
could be that, and I understand. But if you really like, if you just use a little bit of your brain cells, you have to understand that after that, right? The reason why they did it is just the same reason why Marvel does their I wouldn't say their misleading marketing, because they don't want you to find out what's in the story. It's not that they want to hide how bad it is. No, it's just they don't want you to see the surprises on it. What are they going to show in the trailer that Joel just dies and that's fair? Like what? Are
Exactly.
they just gonna like give you a scene where Joel is like captured by Abby? Like that ruins the whole build up to that moment, to that scene. Like, do you just want that? Like how dumb can people be? Understand that
Exactly.
marketing is to make you buy the game. Yes, it is true.
Okay.
Some companies do this in this way where they show you something that's not in the game, or they show you something to make you want to buy the game, and it could be fake, right? Okay, that is understandable. Every fucking company does that. Every single promotion does that. Every movie, every video game promotes something that probably is not in the game, or is exaggerating, or is making you feel like you could do something. But every game, every movie does this. And like it's just people of course want to be outraged for it. But
Yeah.
I mean, I've asked people, hey, like, come to my streams or come to my Discord chat, or just come and let's chat, and please explain to me how is it bad. I've talked to my cousin, for example, who hates The Last of Us 2, and she admits, at least she's honest enough to admit that where the game just fell out for her is when Joel died, and she loved Joel too much, and she just realized that this game is not for her. She just couldn't connect with Abby, and she couldn't do what Naughty Dog was asking for, which was play as Abby and just see if you can not just understand her perspective, but see if you can like just take away that bias away from you, right? Where you are okay with Joel doing what he did and Ellie doing what she was doing, but not being okay with Abby. Like, understand that, you're protecting these two that you love, but you're just being hypocritical against Abby. And she was like, yeah, I'm being hypocrite, and that's okay. I understand that. I can't, I can't love this game because I just love them too much. And if I'm being hypocritical, if I'm being this type of person that, is not trying to understand the other person, fine. I'll just leave it at that. And at least she's admitting it. And I give her huge respect for that, because there's a lot of people on the internet who won't admit. People just like, content creators who won't admit that they just didn't like it for these reasons. They want to look for other reasons that the game is bad that doesn't make sense. When in reality, dude, just admit that there's certain things in the game that just didn't sit right with you, and that's it.
Yeah.
And you can explain why for you it's bad, but you just can't talk with other people saying, because I think it's shit, you should believe too. And if you don't believe it's shit, then you're part of the SJW woke crowd. Like, what the fuck? Like, fuck you. Like,
Yeah.
actually, fuck you.
When I first played The Last of Us Part 2, I initially hated it. I mean, I didn't hate everything about it. There were some things I did like about the game, like the gameplay has improved a lot better. But since I spent $60, I replayed it, and then I paid attention more to the story. I was like, wow, maybe this game is not as bad as I thought. And when the more I start replaying it, I start to more pay attention to Abby's story, because I tried to ignore that as much as possible.
Yeah, I feel you.
And
I feel you.
and I learned okay, don't get me wrong. I learned to hate the game a lot less now. And I still don't sympathize. I don't know if I sympathize with Abby now, and I still don't like her, but I hate her to. I mean, I learned to hate her at least a little bit less now.
Yeah, that's cool, man. And that's okay. That's that's understandable because Abby is. It's hard to. It's really hard. Really hard. If you really think about it, let's say this happened in real life. Do you think you're going to understand the person that killed your own father? That killed somebody
I
you
will.
care for? Like, it's gonna be hard.
time.
It's gonna be extremely hard. Like, it's not like you. Your
Sometimes
father.
the right thing to
It's
do
not.
is the hardest thing to do.
Sorry.
Sometimes the right thing to do is the hardest thing to do.
Honestly, what I think is like the hardest thing to do is actually to do the right thing, because if the right
That's
thing
what
was
I said.
easy, yeah, no, I know. If I actually mean it in every sense of the word and in every like sense of like our life. Like, I believe that doing the right thing is actually harder. Why? Because if doing the right thing was so easy, this world wouldn't be the mess that it is. It just wouldn't. It's so hard to do what's right because you know that if you do something wrong and it's going to affect others, but it's going to benefit you, you're going to do it. In most cases, that's what happens. And it is part of our imperfection. It is what we are, but it's sad to see that that's where we go as a human race. But there's just people that don't. When you call that out, they're like, oh, and they start attacking you, and that's what's sad.
Yeah.
Let me see if there's other things. Yeah, guys, I might have to leave soon, but
Wait,
I want to
what do you think
react.
of the-
I want to react to the.
Can you please react to the Junkie's response on YouTube removing dislikes? You know what I?
Can you send?
Mhm.
Can you send the link? Can you send the link to the Discord, please?
Yeah.
I gotta say one more thing.
Wait, sorry. What'd you say?
I gotta say one more thing.
Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
I mean, okay, the people that don't like the game, I don't think it's just like they're too dumb to understand the story, or they're only just mad that Jewel died. You see, people don't like emotionally taxing stories. They don't want to be challenged, and they just want another carbon copy of The Last of Us for their sequel.
No, I
Exactly.
also believe that too.
Yeah.
I focus more on the other because like the big conversation is, you know, the LGBT stuff, the Joel dying, Abby, you know, as a character, you know, you have to basically understand her and stuff like that. But I do believe that as well. People are so used to Ubisoft type of games, are used to open world games
like
or
Ubisoft.
games. I like Ubisoft too, but like lately their
They made
games
a
are just
South Park
extremely.
game.
Sorry.
They made 2 South Park games, Sick of Truth and Fractured Butthole.
I just don't like sorry. I don't like the direction that they're going for with for example the Far Cry series. I did try Far Cry 3 if I'm not mistaken, and then I tried a little bit of 6 and it just feels like it's almost the same. It's not the same game. It doesn't feel the same. It just feels like it's like they're not innovative. It's basically like the same type of game, but they just plaster a new story around it, and it just feels almost. And I don't know, man. I can't find myself actually engaging in those type of games where it just feels like the same. Like I feel like even though it's like different types of story elements and different type of gameplay, like when you see, for example, I played Watch Dogs 1, right? And I at first I liked it, but then I didn't like it that much. I don't feel that much of a difference when I play Assassin's Creed or when I play Far Cry. Like, of course, there's a distinctive difference, and you can feel it and stuff. But the way they designed their worlds is like everything. Like it's like here is 20% of an okay story, and then the 80% is just trash side missions that is just boring as fuck. Like I like Assassin's Creed, but they have fallen off a cliff, like a big cliff.
Am I the only one that acknowledges the fact that the 2 South Park games are the only Ubisoft games that are actually on Steam and not on the Ubisoft launcher or whatever?
Wait, what?
I hate the Ubisoft launcher so much.
I'm mostly playing on console only, so I don't know about that. If you guys want to, let me see. Yeah, I'll have to. I'll leave the lobby, and I'm gonna react to this video, and no, you know what? I'll leave you guys on the lobby. I'll stay on the chat for a while.
Okay, all right.
No, you guys can talk, but I'm gonna be leaving in the next 10 minutes because I'm gonna react to this video, and then I'm gonna react to the Ryan Kendall video, and then we're out. All right.
What do y'all think of the thumbnail?
Wait, what?
that I sent in chat. I mean, in the Discord server.
The what? The thumbnail?
Yeah.
It looks good. It looks good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, you can post it on your video.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's react to this video and then the other one, and then we're done. All right, let's go for it.
Finally fixed YouTube. Just recently, YouTube has looks like YouTube finally fixed YouTube. Just recently, YouTube has decided to now hide dislikes on videos. You can still leave a dislike, they just won't be counted or matter at all. Which means I can literally say whatever I want now, and you guys can't do shit to me. YouTube took away the only power you had, and now I can finally talk on games like I've been wanting to this whole time. Last of Us 2. Oh, look at that. 0 dislikes. Well, guess I was right after all. Huh. Homophobic fake-ass gamers. Guess who all changed your minds? Because I told you to, and you have to listen to what I tell you to do, because I'm the boss of you. Last of Us 2 is the best story in video game history. Gamers were just too dumb to get it. Simple as that. For those of you who disagree, look at this. Go ahead and drop a dislike. That shit doesn't even count. Witcher 3. This game sucks ass. Wanna know why Cyberpunk was a broken and unfinished game? Because The Witcher 3 was a broken and unfinished game and people loved it. You know what else people love? Skyrim. Skyrim is terrible. This game is unfinished trash. They've released this game 30 times and they still haven't finished Skyrim. Buggy, broken bullshit. Fuck Skyrim. Drop a dislike. I will never, ever see that shit. RPG fans, where are you morons at? New dumb RPG came out, Shin Megami Tensei V. Just from the name alone, you know this game is for losers. I have never seen such a blatant ripoff of Persona 5 in my life. Look at this junk. They literally ripped off all the monsters from Persona and tried to act like they came up with it. And RPG fans are so dumb, they didn't even notice. Demon Souls was a bad game, just straight up. Dark Souls was too hard. Bloodborne was too hard. Sekiro was too hard. Elden Ring is gonna be too hard. From Software, you guys are just dumb. I don't know how else to say this. Stop making games too hard, idiot. Game journalists are right. They know way more about video games than you guys. Not only should Dark Souls have an easy mode should be the only selectable difficulty. There shouldn't be any challenge at all because that is for losers with no life. Pretty much all this stuff you guys like is bad and I'm too smart to like it. You know what is good? Donkey Kong.
I love Donkey. All right.
So yeah, the Souls-like games, the only difficulty should be selectable is the easy mode. There shouldn't be any challenge, you know. So
I
Yeah.
played a little Outlast 2. That game scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, whoever really actually thinks that there shouldn't be a difficulty mode, yeah, you guys can suck a dick. Bro, I like hard games. I love hard games, but I don't like I like to like play first like in hard or no, normal or hard and then like build myself up to it little by little. Like I hate when people have this like not people, but like I hate when like some people are like, "Oh, I just want my games to be this certain way and it shouldn't be." And I hate that others want it another way. Like it's basically this guy right here. But oh well. Let's see the let's see what the
Yeah, that's right. That's right. We got no dislikes. I ain't ever gonna see that shit. Dislike my video all you want, cause I ain't. I love this guy.
yeah, I was surprised that now all of AP's videos has 0 dislikes. You know.
Oh
When I've seen,
no. Oh
all of you.
no. Ryan Kennel
uh,
just made Halo TV series is a disaster. Creators don't care about the games. Woke bait and Switch confirmed.
oh my
All
God.
right, let's
Really
see if
fucking
that
way.
is the fucking case. Halo the series. Why? Because there was a black person and you got scared, my guy. Oh man, there's 2 black people already in it. that is bad. But you see these 2 blondies here? Yeah. No, we need the whole cast to be the white. If then it's not woke. Jesus Christ, dude. Let's see the reviews. Let's see what the actual reviews say.
Oh my fucking God.
Halo shows review, and the critics are complaining the series to Mandalorian, but not in a good way. Given how integral the massive battles between humanity and a common are to appeal to the Halo franchise, the lackluster action in the Halo premiere is cause for concern. How the series gets enough else right is first outing to make up for the shortcoming. As much as the premiere focuses on capturing the iconic weapons and technology from the games, it also shows a willingness to move its story in dramatically different directions. This is hardly a one-on-one adaptation to the games, and is really the biggest selling point of the series right now. It's the Mandalorian, it's the Last of Us, it's Logan and Leo professional space. It's a story trope that is trendy in the ether but never wears out as long as the stories are exciting, fresh, and smart. Halo doesn't excel at all those qualities. Nauseating CG aliens dull the show's action. It's a bad sign when games live action trailers from more than a decade ago feel more visceral, oh my god, damn, than the actual series. None of its ongoing plot threads seem to think beyond the heartstrings. The show's many mysteries remain locked behind a Abrams-esque mystery box, which feels like an obligation in the streaming era than a purposeful creative choice. I'm not seeing that it's bad because it's woke. I'm not seeing that anywhere. So where is he getting it that the show is bad because it's woke? Let me go on the Metacritic.
I think it's sort of just like that. Freaking Michael Myers is homophobic because he killed freaking gay people in Halloween Kills.
Oh my god, I saw that
thing.
Fuck,
Yeah, sort of
man.
thing, because people just make up shit on Twitter.
All right, let's see why it's bad. Let me see the really bad reviews. Let's see if it's woke.
These type of people just love to be outraged about something.
People are complaining that it just looks bad, that the story doesn't make sense, but I don't see it, because I know if they would just use black people, Asian people in a bad way, they would complain about that. They would be like, yeah, you're just using it just to represent, you're not making a good story. But it's just never that. It's all about the story. It's all about the aesthetics. It's all about how reportedly the budget for the show is 200 million and it just looks ass. Literally, that's what it is. Like, people are just mad that it just doesn't look right, right? So if it doesn't look right, where is the problem is that it just doesn't. It's a bad adaptation for Halo. So why are these people just focusing on it's bad, not because of those things, but because it's woke, because we have an Asian people here, because we have a black person here. Like, what the fuck? David Flynn, AP, my boy, how are you doing, bro? Haha. Hey, what's up, man? How you doing, man? How are you doing? Hope you're doing good.
The problem is people need to understand that a game can be good without a good story, but a movie can't be good without a good story.
100%.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like the Last of Us 2. The Last of Us 2 is the only game that is hated for the story, and it's not a movie; it's a video game. Gameplay and graphics should be more important than story, no matter how good the first game's story was.
The Last of Us story can only work through a video game, so I'm curious to see how it's gonna work with
same.
game series.
No.
Let's see.
I mean,
like, you can only
do you think Ellie is gonna die in the third one?
I hope not. They better not.
I believe so.
Do you think Peter Parker is gonna die in Marvel Spider-Man 2?
I think that'll be too. Peter Parker could die, but I hopefully they just have.
Or Miles Morales.
Hopefully they just. Die. Hopefully they just have Miles Morales and Peter Parker together. I don't know. I really don't care. I don't care if characters that I love die. All I care about is that it just makes sense and that it's good. That's all I care for. Let's see what this video is about.
Jane will die.
All right.
Let's see what this video is about.
That's like killing a black. It's like killing a black person in like a horror movie, and then saying, "Oh my God, Jason Voorhees is freaking racist because he killed a black person." Or, yeah, am I the only one that finds it racist how it's in some horror movies the black person is always the first one to die? Like, you might as well not even.
I mean, if it's a trope like that, then you can just be like, yeah, you're just disrespecting black people at this point. But I mean, I find it funny that it's always like the black guy, because that's like a running joke in what's it called, in in fucking horror movies. But lately they have been changing a little bit on that. And like for example, there's this movie that I'm still yet to see it, but they say it's amazing. Get Out. Like it's a horror
Get
movie.
Out?
Yeah, it's a horror
That's
horror
Jordan
movie or something
Peele's
like that.
first movie.
Wait, that
I
was a
love
good
that
movie.
I love it.
I heard
I
that
love
I heard that it's amazing. So hopefully I'll
it.
check that out soon.
That movie gave me the heebie-jeebies, man. It gave me the creeps.
I'm gonna
It was also very graphic.
Jesus. I'm gonna see
Very
it.
graphic.
I'm gonna see
All
it.
right, that doesn't
And
matter. That doesn't matter.
All
Sorry.
right, all right. Let's react to the video to what his guy says. Let's see why is it woke. Let's see. Let's see if he can explain it this time. But I doubt. I'll put bets that he doesn't. But let's see.
What's going on, guys? This is Ryan with the RK Outpost, and it's the same thing over and over again in Hollywood, in the entertainment industry. They take these IPs that people love, and instead of telling the stories that those people are there for, instead of telling the stories and respecting the characters and the lore that actually grew this fan base, instead what they do is they take a franchise, they take an IP, and they change it to be what they want it, what the activists want it to be. They push identity politics, and in doing so, they guarantee their own failure. Because now, not only do you have a product that so many people are going to be turned off to because of the messaging, but also the entire reason that fans are there, the entire reason they care about that thing is now gone. Because you've made it very clear that you don't care about what came before and you're going to do your own thing. That's exactly the story with Halo. As reviews are starting to come out, it doesn't look good from a critical standpoint. Critics score sitting at 60%, but of course a lot of us don't really care what the critics think. We're looking to see what the audience thinks. And this comes out about a week from now. I guess we'll see from the people that are still actually holding out hope for this Halo series. However, what we are hearing from the creators themselves is not very good. Halo showrunner Stephen Kane says the writing team, quote, didn't look at or talk about the game. We talked about the characters.
I speak for
and the
everybody.
world. So the main reason why any singular person cares about Halo is because of the video game, because of the story that is told in this video game.
The problem with Halo is that like I'm not gonna act like I'm a Halo expert because I haven't played the whole Halo series, but the majority of Halo in the campaign is shooting all these aliens, right? And there's a lore between it, right? So I don't think it's a bad thing that in a show, the best shows I've ever seen is when they focus just on the characters, and whatever the characters are doing, it's affecting the story. It's not about just a plot. Like I hate movies and shows where it's like, okay, the plot is the world is ending. And we're just going to make these fucking uninteresting characters that are part of this world, but we're going to try to make the world interesting instead of the characters. The Last of Us, for example, and Uncharted are so good, not because of the end goal or the plot, like where we're going from point A to point B, it's because the characters are fucking entertaining and fucking insanely good, right? And written well. I believe that if they focus on just the characters in the world, that is going to make... It's going to make it, of course, different from Halo, because with Halo you're playing and shooting stuff, right? But in this you're just watching these people do it. So if you make these characters and make them as well as possible, then I don't see the problem with it. Like why? How is that going? That's not a bad way to deviate from Halo. If it's just the plot, then I feel like that's bad. I don't know. I don't see a problem with them talking just about the characters in the world. If they're talking about the world, they're talking about Halo itself. But yeah, if they're not looking in the game, I mean, how can you just take inspiration just on the games? Like that's where the creative things come. Like I don't know. I don't know. I'm getting a headache already, but let's see what he says.
We didn't look at that for any inspiration. In fact, we decided we're going to do our own thing completely. What a surefire way to tell the audience.
Now, if they just do their own thing completely and they're only showing and they're just trying to be aware of how people are getting oppressed and black people and white people and Asian people and stuff like that, if that's just a show, then yeah, that's woke trash, because you're literally taking a property and you're ingesting it with politics that doesn't need to be. Just tell us a fucking good Halo story, right? But the problem is that's not the case. I wouldn't say that's the case because I haven't seen it yet, but I know for a fact that most of the things that they talk about being woke is not really what they're showing. It's not that they're you know, trying to force woke shit. It's just that you're just mad that the cast is diverse. That's it.
Audience, the people who do care about it because it says Halo, to go fuck themselves. And not only that, but it seems like the bait and switch that we've all been waiting for has already been confirmed. Halo TV series to completely change Master Chief's character, focus on Quan Ah for human perspective. But let's start with the first one, the showrunners talking about this series. The red flags continue to fly for Paramount Plus' upcoming Halo series, as a recent interview with showrunner Stephen Kane has revealed that despite penning over 265 drafts of the live-action adaptation, he and the writing team did not look or talk about the original games in any capacity.
Okay, now that's a little bit disrespectful. You're supposed to talk about the games and that, like, I feel like you're supposed to. Like, I don't know. Like, you're supposed to take inspiration from it, not copy and paste it, but you should take inspiration from it. If you're just making Halo and then something else completely different, then yeah, you're disrespecting the whole thing. But I don't know. In this case, I mean, I can't argue with that. Like, if they just didn't do it in any capacity, that's bad. If they did it and they did talk about Halo and it's like, hey, we're gonna take inspiration, a little bit of what the game really is and stuff like that, and then make our own thing, then I think that's fine. Of course, it has to be done well. But if they didn't if they didn't even see anything about Halo, about the games themselves, then yeah, I feel like that's disrespectful.
Now, if you are familiar with Halo, with the games, there are some other things like books to draw from. There are books that describe a series of events that occur outside of the games. You can definitely look at that for some background. But the question...
Yeah, that is true. I mean, hey, I don't agree with Ryan Kendall in certain things that he does, but at this moment in time, he's not saying anything that is not correct. Yeah, I do feel like it's disrespectful if you just don't bother with anything Halo. Now, in this case, if that's the case with any other things that he says is woke and bad, then I'm like, okay, but that's not the case in other things. So, I mean, it's just like, how can I say it? In this case, I can't critique what he's saying because he's not actually saying anything wrong. In other cases, yes, I guess that's what I'm trying to say.
Is why, if this series, the reason people care about the name Halo is because of the games, why would you not use those? Why would you not use the very thing and tell the story that people are familiar with? And of course, it's because they can't do what they want with it. They can't have all these characters that they want. They can't have maybe the identity politics. They can't have Master Chief behave. They want Master Chief to behave if they were actually to follow the lore. So they've created...
You don't know about that. Did you watch the episode to say that that's the case? Because that's the problem. He's saying this is what they want to do, but you're talking like that's literally what they say they want to do, that they just want to focus on identity politics, they just want to focus on the woke stuff, that they want to focus on those things. You're assuming that's the case. And what happens is that some media comes out and that's not the case. And then you look like a fool and then you double, triple, and quadruple down on your takes. Like if that's the case. That's the problem. When you start assuming and talking like that's what the director or these people say. And that's why I always say, wait until the games come out, until the movies come out, and then you judge it by yourself.
It's almost as if, like, it's just like how people just only watch a video for like 5 minutes and then just go off assuming about what the topic of the video is.
Yep. That's an issue. That's literally an issue. Like, it happened to me a few days ago. There was somebody that watched the Why The Last of Us 2 Is Hated video that I made. And the person is like, I can't believe that you made a 13-minute video talking about how you only think The Last of Us 2 is hated because people are transphobic and homophobic. I'm like, dude, that is literally like 2% of the video. Like a little snippet that I said. And then I literally said so many other reasons why it's hated. It literally feels like you just watched until that point and then you just shut down. That's literally how people react and how people act. And that's it. It's not sad. It's just the attention span of people is horrible. And it's not also just that. It's like whenever they hear something that kind of like rubs them a little bit wrong, then they just start reacting like that's the whole thing that you're saying, and that's not true.
Granted an alternative timeline. Kane revealed during the Halo's writer room proud ignorance of Master Chief's original video game outings during a recent interview. Speaking with a trade outlet, he said, "We didn't look at the game. We didn't talk about the game. We talked about the characters and the world, so I never felt limited by it being a game. Turning to the topic of Master Chief himself, the showrunner asserted he's everybody, right? He's you, he's me, he's a 6-year-old girl, he's a 15-year-old person in a different country. Whoever plays the game is him. We're going to tell a story about a man discovering his own humanity. In so doing, he's invited the audience to discover that guy's humanity too. Although it is true that, you know, when you step into the video game, you are playing that person. It's not a 6-year-old, right? It's not a random 15-year-old in a different country. You are playing through the eyes of Master Chief. You become Master Chief. You are becoming the character of Master Chief. Master Chief doesn't become whoever you are. It's a pretty important part. Maybe if you actually knew anything about the games, you'd understand that. We talked about you're going to tell a story about a man discovering his own humanity, and so he's invited the audience to discover that guy's humanity too. Recalling he wrote upwards of 265 drafts of the series' first 9 episodes, of which 10 total comprise the first season, Kane shared his excitement at the chance to put his own stamp on the Bungie-created universe. There are stories that are mentioned once in a book that I was able to give a whole backstory to, and other characters that were already well written I just had to drop in. I have to give credit to Microsoft. You can pitch them something completely brand new, and unless it's complicated them in terms of canon or the values, they embraced it. The decision to split from the story was further touched upon by 343 Industries. Early on, we were thinking about doing something that could tie very closely with the game. What we were finding was trying to verbatim stay with everything that had come before wasn't serving the medium. It wasn't serving the creative teams and their need to express a story and build the world through their eyes. There it is. That's what it's about. The team that was assembled, right, to make this story, they couldn't fit within the confines of the game's storyline. They couldn't stay within the continuity because they wanted to tell a story that was all about identity, politics, and social justice.
How do you know that? That's the problem with these people. How do you know that? Please give me proof that that's what they wanted. That all they cared about was, hey, let's talk about woke stuff. Let's talk about let's make people aware about the social issues of people of color, of LGBT people, of Latino people, of all these people that we're going to have in this series. Please tell me how that's the case. I want to know. Are you going to say in the video? I doubt it, but let's see.
That's the bottom
It's like
line.
people just like
won't
won't look at certain stuff. It's like, oh my god. Okay, so they're gonna preach homophobicism or something like that.
The problem is like what I guess what you can be outraged about the story not following what Halo is. That's okay, but why are you going the extra mile to say that the sole reason is for woke stuff and is for identity politics? That's the problem that I have. Like, why is that? That's where you fall. That's like literally where you fall. How do you go from, hey, it's not the story that I wanted because it's not faithful to Halo, which is an actual okay criticism, but the first thing you think about, and it's not that, it's about woke stuff. Like, oh yeah, it's probably because you're trying to insert identity politics. How? Oh, did you see that black person that was there? I didn't see a black person in the game. Oh, okay. I see what you're trying to do now. Jesus Christ.
The very beginning when they started promoting
You gotta
this,
love how
that
people
that's
are just
what this was
hypocritical.
about.
Am I the only one that remembers when
It's
this
not.
literal this same man was just like this same man, what's his name, Ryan, was just talking shit about the movie that Batman did when he started getting death threats when he's being openly racist about it. He
Yeah.
started trying to say as if the movie was good or something.
He was saying like I gave the movie an 8 out of 10, but what I didn't like,
But I didn't like that there were 3 people that are black people. There were only 2 good people, Alfred and then Bruce Wayne. And those were only the 2 good white people. The other were bad because they were black.
Yeah, and apparently because the whole movie after that, oh yeah, because every white person is shown to be bad. So because the movie did that, that's basically saying that all white people are bad, and they're trying to paint white people as bad people. I'm like, did you see the cops that supported Batman at the end and that were helping? And what would the majority of them look like? Were they white or black or Latinos? Oh, they were white. Oh, so the whole movie wasn't about look at all these white, bad people. All of the white people are bad. No, it's just that certain people happen to be black, certain people happen to be white, certain bad people happen to be white, What is the fucking problem? Like it's what they focus on certain things on purpose to make it seem like it's something, but it's not. It's to just push in a political agenda. It's just to push, oh, look how white people are being treated in society now and in entertainment. They're just butthurt for that. That's the problem. Well, not butthurt. They're creating a false narrative that is to basically appease them and to make them feel better.
They are literally being racist. They are literally being racist.
Yeah, they're trying.
Why are you being racist? Well, what's the problem? It's not their fault that someone has born with that race. It's not their fault. You are example. I'm not racist, but I'm telling you are Latino, right? And I don't have problem with Latino. I even forget it after 5 minutes that you're Latino. Why? Because it's whatever.
No, I know what you're saying. The important thing is the person, not the race.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
yes.
I feel what you're saying.
The important is the person and how good at acting, and
Y'all know I'm a black.
not the race. The heart and soul is the problem. Is the most important thing, and how they do their job.
Cool. Yeah, same. I agree with that. I'm gonna finish this video and then we'll talk in a bit. Just give me 1 second. I'm gonna finish the video to
And
see.
now we're getting all the confirmation. That's the truth right there. It's not about simply just wanting to be creative. It's about you couldn't. The people you hired literally couldn't tell a story within the confines of the video games and the lore that's already established.
Probably because in the video games, majority of the video game, and it's basically environmental storytelling, and it's a little bit hard to translate that into a fucking series. So you need to add character development. You need to add extra things, and if the things in the video game just doesn't translate with a show, they might have to change certain things. That's why video games adaptations of video games to shows and movies just don't work, because the gameplay is such an important aspect of the video game, and it adds a different layer of immersion. Literally, you can see it in that point of view, but he's actually seeing it like it's just them trying to force woke politics on you, and that's the problem. And that's where I find it extremely hilarious, where he just thinks about race all the time, which is funny because apparently the SJWs are the only ones who think about race, but he's not thinking about race. But that's the only thing that comes out of his mouth. That's hilarious.
That really begs the question, why even do it, right? Why even do this?
Money.
Why make this story? Well, it's because you're using the Halo name to try to suck people in.
No, it's because of money.
You're using the Halo name to push your agenda and your identity politics.
Money, my guy. It's not always about the politics, my guy.
Admitting that he never played the game prior to joining the series, executive producer and director confessed, "I was nervous. How do you take a first-person shooter and expand it? There's no way I was ever going to grasp the whole thing."
Literally what I just said. How are you going to make a story out of a first-person shooter when 90% of the fucking game is gameplay? Literally. So he had to look for other ways. Oh, let's just focus instead of the game. Let's focus on characters and the world. How is that a bad thing? How is that me focusing on woke stuff? How is he transforming this into this is what they're doing? They're just trying to push identity politics on you. Jesus.
So there was a lot of phone of friends. They were extraordinary in their acceptance of the fact that they couldn't just try to square peg round hole their 20 years of history. Gaming is a completely different medium. And I wanted to talk about this too, because this is what they are doing. Like I said.
All right, if he's going to prove, let's see. What is he going to say?
We saw it from the beginning in that trailer. It looked like Master Chief might take a back role in his own story. How many times do people need to be tricked by this from Hollywood?
Okay, that's disrespectful. If Master Chief is not the main character, then that's disrespectful. If we're going to focus on anyone else, that's disrespectful. 100%.
Realize it's just going to keep happening. Halo TV series to completely change Master Chief's character, focus on Quan Ah for human perspective. The Halo TV series has revealed that not only will their version of Master Chief be a near completely different version, but the heavily advertised teenage female lead Quan Ah will be a focus of the series as she provides a human perspective on the story. At the onset of the interview, Wolfkill explained to Krause the team had decided.
Hey, what's up?
So I wanted to question this to you. So Uh, do you like a no? So do you want a TV series more or just a movie? What do you prefer? A
I
TV series or a movie
I like
about anything?
I like TV series more because it gives more context. It gives more things to see and experience. It gives me more opportunities to fall in love with these characters. TV.
Because I saw memes on YouTube like no one would watch an 8 hour movie, but everyone would watch an 8 episodes worth of one TV series.
And that's the thing.
Yeah.
Like, if you really think about it, the thing is that because an episode ends, it gives you like that little 30 seconds breaks when it goes to the other episode, let's say, or 15-second break. So it just tricks your mind like, oh, we're getting something fresh and new. But when you're watching an 8-hour movie, it just never stops. So you're just there. And it's mostly just a mental thing, honestly. People really feel like you can make an 8-hour movie. You can make an 8-hour movie. It's just basically putting episodes together and probably add a scene or two that transitions from one moment to another. But it's just a brain.
Oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you that I watched Spider-Man No Way Home on Tuesday night.
Did you like
And
it?
Well, what's up with that?
yeah, it was amazing. I'm not gonna
Mhm.
spoil anything about it in case
Okay.
somebody didn't watch it, but I'm not a fan of the ending.
Okay, I'll probably watch. I haven't watched it yet, so I'll see it soon. You know what? Let's finish this part and then we'll have like a final.
Sorry.
We'll have a final 2-minute talk and then I'll leave because my wife just told me I gotta leave. Just give me. All right, let's finish here.
Decided to set Halo
Wish
in
your
its
family the
silver
best.
timeline, similar to concept in the J.J. Abrams Star Trek series, Kelvin timeline, in order to allow them the opportunity to make changes to the franchise's continuity and original lore. Does that sound like a good idea? How was Star Trek received after that? Since that happened, since that moment, since that movie, look at what has happened to Star Trek since then. You think that's a good template to follow? I don't know about that. From the very beginning, it was clear in order to let the story evolve and grow the way it needed to, we needed to make some changes. She continued, sometimes it was even just a perspective change. Sometimes it was something you didn't get a view of from the game or even the books. We knew we needed to let the story breathe on its own. According to Krauss, one such example of a major change is the Fall of Reach, the Covenant attack that wiped out most of humanity's Spartan soldiers and left Master Chief as one of the last, if not only surviving, result of the Earth's super soldier ambitions. In the games, that happens prior to humanity's discovery of the first ring, but in this series, the fall has not yet occurred, most likely to allow it to feature more Spartans, and I'm sure the Spartans will be very diverse and inclusive. The discussion then turned to the topic of the series.
You see what he does? Oh my god. This is
His principal cast, but more specifically, Quan Ah, an original series character whose juxtaposition of her hatred of the Spartans against the necessity of fighting alongside Master Chief will serve as one of the Halo's main narrative focuses. She has an animosity against the Spartans. She begins as our eyes on the Spartans, what we expect them to be. As she learns more about them, her ideas will change. She stands in her own character as the outer planet who feels she's meant for something else. She's off on her own and has to discover what her true purpose in the galaxy is. Another thing we get from her is the human perspective of the Spartans. Quan is a grounded human perspective, which I think is definitely unique. But like we could all predict from simply watching that trailer, you are going to have a very important character, a different perspective on this story, which I think, again, we could all guess. As for Master Chief himself, Kane asserted his backstory would be one of the elements to be changed in the series' jump from video games to TV. Changing Master Chief from the highly indoctrinated super soldier, brutally trained from childhood to fight on behalf of the United Nations Space Command, to a mindless automaton whose memory has been erased and has his emotions actively suppressed. Rather than viewing Master Chief's opaqueness as a hurdle, Halo makes the character ignorant of his past. His memory has been erased, like we just said. So the question, who is Master Chief, becomes a journey for Schreiber's character as well as the audience across the debut of the 9 episodes as he finds himself defying orders to protect a young girl. The key is that Master Chief's a bit of a cipher. In the game, you are Master Chief. If you don't read the books, you don't know the backstory, but in general, he stands in for all of us as we play the game. So this is a chance to get under the hood, so to speak. This sounds like an absolute fucking disaster. I think the numbers are going to be really bad on this. I don't think it's going to get the attention they really thought it would. The critics are already very meh on it, and some of the critic reviews do not sound fun. I saw Hogue Law posted this. This is a positive review, and this is how they say it. The biggest difference from the games is that Halo kickstarts immediately with Master Chief navigating an identity crisis. The super soldier's thoughts are bouncing between his role as a duty-bound, RoboCop-like galactic enforcer and becoming a fuzzy Terminator with a heart of gold. The stimulus for this self-awareness is the show's most contrived plot point, namely Chief's connection with the magic ancient stone, the modern MacGuffin. But the consequences of that internal crisis also provide the best source of rising tension between Master Chief's dawning sense of righteousness and the borderline fascist government of the United Nations Space Command. This is going to be a disaster. Let me know what you think about all this stuff in the comments.
All right, so before I leave, I know he wouldn't. I know for a fact, if that girl that's going to be like the main protagonist or on side of Halo Chief, if that girl was a white man, we wouldn't be saying it was woke. That's all I'm saying, and that's all I'll put it out there. But, you know, we wouldn't say it was woke. But we will critique that the ideas of trying to just put into the perspective of a human being and not to let Master Chief be the full-on main character, that for me is a fucking disrespect. It's like, for example, we're making the Last of Us TV show, and instead of the first season being the main characters Ellie and Joel, it's going to be fucking Bill, or it's going to be the people that Joel killed. Like, that's going to be their perspective. Like, that's disrespectful because, dude, you just have to put Joel and Ellie and make them good, right? Like, that's like an example. Like, if you do that, then that would be bad.
I was laughing silently about when you said that. Okay, the plot is this: the world is ending, and we're just gonna make these uninteresting characters. Like,
yeah, it's like, if the world is ending, make us care for the fucking characters. Make us cry when the world is actually ending.
The plot is more important to them than the characters.
Yeah,
and that's what makes it.
Basically, he's saying, like, just give me a good story instead of giving me good characters. Just give me the same cookie cutter type of characters, dude.
You know, the type of cringy horror movies when you know. You know the cringy type of horror movies. I don't know if
yeah. Well, hey,
watched any of it.
Yeah, guys, I'll have to leave because I gotta go with my wife, and let's see if we can catch up later on another stream soon. I'll probably be making a video tomorrow. I don't know, man.
Have you have you like ever played A Way Out or Walking Dead?
No. Send me those type of games that you want me to play, or that I probably haven't played, or you just think that. Just put it on the Discord, and anybody that's on the chat, if you guys haven't been on the Discord, be on the Discord. It's in the link in the description down below.
I want you to play Cyberpunk 2077 live on stream. Just kidding.
Ew.
Just kidding.
The only problem I had
it's
with
patched. It's patched enough that it looks actually like a finished game. I promise.
All right.
I'll
see.
It has so many patches now that it's actually a finished game.
Okay, I'll check it out then, because I haven't played that game in so long. But okay, guys, I appreciate you guys. Hope you guys have a great night or day wherever you guys are, and also for the chat, I hope you guys have a great night or day. I'm gonna be leaving soon, and take care. All right, peace.
Take care. Peace.
Yep. Take care.
Yep. All right. Only problem I have with Cyberpunk is just